Hanaki! Did you know that our souls are connected by fate? What do you know? I'm Yuno Hanaki, the one and only Oiran from Mialoon. Hello. Hello. Hi. Welcome in, welcome in. This is you too? Hell yeah. Is the milk chocolate? It can be if you want. We were promised milk. Yes, I do have milk. I have some. I can give you some, I guess, if you want. Oh my gosh, 7 stream streak. That's crazy. You know, got the Oni milk. Yeah, OniMon Oni milk. Correct. Is fate stronger than Gorilla Glue? I would say so. It's very difficult to defy your fate, so... just like how it is difficult to defy Gorilla Glue, I would say. I would argue. Heatwave, congrats on the 7 stream streak. And Gals, thank you for the resub. Hanaki, welcome in, guys. Happy Monday. Happy OniMon. For those of you that haven't made it, that didn't/couldn't make it to the Coloring Voxels stream yesterday, the schedule is very light now. Basically 1 stream a day except for Saturday, and my schedule is gonna be like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So we have OniMon still, of course, and then Tuesday will be, well, this week it's not really a sponsored stream, but it's a game showcase stream. Next week it will be Endurance of Chrono Trigger so that I can finally finish it. And then after that it will be whatever. I don't know what it'll be. Will it be a game? Will it be more Zatsu stuff? Will it be working streams? I don't know. It'll be something. The nod with closed eyes is super cute on this TV. Thank you. Oni 2s? It could Oni 2s. Who knows? I could just really want to yap, and then it could just be a lot of yapping. Is it whole milk, 2%, 1% or skim? Whatever your heart desires. It could also be chocolate for any of those. Or strawberry, I guess, if you're that kind of person. I don't really like strawberry milk, though. Tuno Tuesday. No, Tuno is a different individual. If Tuno has a Tuesday stream, that's her prerogative. Oni Midnight Suns. I mean, Oni-sun is currently the Coloring Voxels segment. I guess once we finish Coloring Voxels, though, I'll have to figure out something else kind of cozy that we can do on that day. Because I feel like that's just a really good day to do something, like, chill and low-key. I don't know what it'll be, because I don't know how much longer it's going to take me to get through all the Coloring Voxels maps. Get anything fun done over the last few days? Not really, no. Or bookseller game? Maybe. Mayhappeth. There is still a lot to do. We could revisit it, maybe. Maybe. We'll figure it out. She definitely went out trick-or-treating. Nah. Trick-or-treating was early in Onigashima. I think it was like, what, the 24th or 25th? I don't know why they did it so goddamn early, especially because actual Halloween was on a Friday. That seems like an ideal day to have it be, because then kids don't have to worry about going to bed for school or whatever. But for some reason, that like Onigashima has been doing trick-or-treat on days that are not Halloween for the past forever now. So it was like way early. Therefore, Halloween was like fucking nothing. What the hell? I know, right? It's weird. I don't understand why they do it like that either. Hello, Yuno, did you miss us? A little bit. A little bit. I definitely needed that longer break. I needed that separation. But, I would say I did start missing you at a certain point. I suppose. Yeah, I was just photosynthesizing. I was absorbing light. And then Onigashima daylight savings hit, and I was like, well, I guess there's no more light. Good thing I got the last of it. The reason you gained an hour of sleep is because of me. You're welcome, by the way. Literally me, I did it. You're welcome, by the way. For those of you that went through the time change anyway. I'd say put something like Rune Factory or Sticky Business on the schedule after coloring voxels. It's a nice vibe time slot. Oh my gosh. Well, Rune Factory, I haven't picked up in a very long time. Not for any particular reason. I've just been distracted with other games. The suggestion of Sticky Business is crazy. I haven't played that in like a year. Finally going back to make stickers. Remember when I was going to make stickers for Ephemera? That's crazy. What an era. I don't have to do that anymore, though. Thanks, I needed it. Went to work the next day and felt more tired. It's because your body still has to adjust. Your body still has to adjust. I get it. We missed you. I almost forgot how much green you are. I'm literally using the purple model today, but go off, I guess. There's like literally no green on my person, but go off. You can feel that way if you want. You can still make those stickers. I mean, I can. There's just no longer a need to do so. I forgot how green Yuno was, parentheses, she's purple. Please. I'm trying to get you acclimated to purple by being a purple cheeb. Work with me here. The least you can do is work with me. Indulge me a little. Come on. Come on, please. It's the green energy. What do you mean green energy? I don't think I give green energy. I think I give, like, any other color, honestly. I don't think I really have green girl vibes, personality-wise. Once 3.0 hits, you'll be purple. 3.0? Where the fuck is 2.0 in this equation? Where'd she go? Alternatively, we can call you green for the next 5 years to confuse the new Damas. Damadachi are always going to be in a state of confusion, I fear. 2.0 happened during the time skip. What time skip? Where have I been? What? One fear. You do photosynthesis, so green energy? I guess. I give plant vibes, is what you're trying to say? Come on, man. Yuno was lagging. I'm lagging? I'm lagging? Sorry, I lagged out. What? What'd you say? You learned that new move, the really cool purple one. Yeah, the really cool purple one. Anyway, welcome to OniMon. I figured we would do it in the pink room because I haven't gotten a chance to use it much. This wasn't really the intention. I didn't plan to use this space for OniMon, but it is very cozy. And with the microphone set up, it does kind of look like I'm doing a podcast, which is basically what OniMon is. So, in the end, it works. In the end, it does what it's supposed to. But I've been meaning to use this space more, so I'm glad to finally have a chance. With these colors, I'm associating you more with Dragalge than Ogrepon. I mean, I'm still Ogrepon. Ultimately, I'm still Ogrepon. It's just gonna be a different mask color. Hi, please don't discuss politics in my chat. Thank you. always approve of the OniMon streams. Perfect for when I need to lurk. Yeah, because you just get to listen to a girl ramble about nothing for like 2 to 3 hours-ish on average. Is Onigashima a monarchy? No. Not really. I think it used to be, but not anymore. Poison type ogre pawn? Honestly, that would go hard. She needs a purple mask. There's probably an Oni chief. Single voter democracy. I suppose. I don't know. The politics of Onigashima are above my pay grade. Meritocracy, unarchy. It is not a unarchy. I am not involved with the higher up Onigashima politics. I'm literally just a girl who knows how to read. That's my only ability here. I'm literally just girl with book. Girl who know word good. That's it. That's all I got. Scooby snackocracy? Sure. I don't even know if the Oni know what Scooby snacks are. They probably don't. I think if I said Scooby snack towards them, they'd be like, what? That can't even be real. Crew who lives in a swamp. I don't live in a swamp! When I'm at home, I'm next to the beach. I'm on the other side of Onigashima now for my PhD studies, so I'm not by the beach anymore. Baked beans. I don't know why we're bringing up baked beans, but sure. Unarchy, yes. Yeah, they said Unarchy on the Twitch side first. Thank you, YouTube chat. It is not a Unarchy, though. I do not have that kind of level of control. I'm literally just a girl. I am just a girl. I am merely studying. I am not doing anything else. Politics are above my pay grade. The P in PhD is not for politics. Purple folks are faster. That is like one of like the handful of perks that Purple Site has. The latency over there is not nearly as bad as YouTube's latency is. Even if I try to do ultra low latency, YouTube is like still quite behind. We must study Yuno totalicism. Not like this. Yuno will become the new Lelouch. I don't think I have the commanding presence that I would need to have in order to be like Lelouch. That sounds exhausting, honestly. Hanaki is just Australian Oni. Hanaki. Oh, Hanaki. Player TI, thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you. Bet that human salty air does wonders for your hair. Haha. Honestly, my hair ends up fine. I've become speed. You are one with the speed. You're going faster now. Imagine the cool eye you get with that. I get to finally have the Chunibyo eye of my dreams. You know Hanaki Chunibyo outfit win, to be honest, honestly. The answer is 8 million years from now. 8 million trillion years. Did you beat Pokemon ZA? I did beat the main story. There's a bit of post-game I still have to do. I'm not there yet. I haven't finished the post-game. I'm at 13 wins in the post-game gameplay mode. And I have 216 out of 230 Pokemon in the Pokedex. There's still like other stuff I can do too, like collecting collectible items. But I did do all of the side quests. All the side quests are done. I'm working on it. And I'm also shiny hunting, so I've been having it, I do it, like, in my downtime. So you can talk about which megas you like. Honestly, there aren't really many megas that I dislike, if you're asking my opinion on them. I don't really think I dislike any of them. You know, super speedy off stream, I just became rank E. Well, you also have to understand, I was on hiatus for like 2 weeks. So your girl had time. I gave myself time to like play. It still took me longer to beat this game than it's taken me to beat Pokemon normally, which I do really appreciate. But I literally gave myself the time. Not to mention all of the time that I had streamed it, you know? Like, it still took a lot of time overall. What was your initial reaction to Starmie? Starmie had been low-key spoiled for me because I had seen people talk about it on the TL. I just purposefully avoided the actual images. But I knew what to expect when that particular part of the story came up. I kind of knew what to expect. So I was like, okay. It was not a total surprise. I do think seeing it move was very funny, though. Yeah, how he runs is great. So that made up for the fact that, yeah. What happened to Starmie? I'm not gonna say anything. I'm avoiding talking about it. I also will not showcase it because you've said that you were at rank E, so I will hold on to that information. But it is a very silly guy. He's got silly moves. Johnny Cat, thank you for the resub. 2-month resub. And we've got a hype train going now. Thank you, thank you. Thanks. I love Mega Phalanx design. I love Mega Phalanx. I honestly, that one was a surprise for me, and I was very excited by it. I apologize. I'm gonna be talking about the names of Pokemon that got Megas, but I will try to avoid talking too much about how they look, okay? But I will mention which Pokemon got Megas. If you don't want to be spoiled on that, cover your ears. Twitter timeline is either Emma fan art or Starmie memes. My Twitter has been from people that are shiny hunting, mostly. Because I keep looking up information on how to shiny hunt, because I'm trying to shiny hunt for an Eevee right now. And then, in terms of fan art, I'm getting a lot of art of Urbane. Urbane and Corbeau, my TL is full of them. Which makes sense, they are my two favorite boys. I want more Jasant fan art, though. Jasant is so cool. I really like her. Starmie is playful and silly, just like Yuno. Bleh. I don't think I am like a Starmie, but Starmie are kind of based off of, like, aliens. And I do feel like sometimes I am alien-coded. So maybe you're right. Which shiny evolution first? Umbreon. Umbreon is my favorite of the evolution shinies, I think. Sylveon is a very close second, but because I like Sylveon's pink palette more, I am not as big of a fan of the reverse with the blue being the primary color. But I love shiny Umbreon. Umbreon isn't even my favorite evolution, period. That's Glaceon. Well, no, Glaceon used to be my favorite. I have a Glaceon plush. Espeon is my primary. Glaceon's a close second. But, like, Umbreon wins by shiny alone. Umbreon color slays. So I really want it. I want to see it glow in the game. That is my hope. I hope it glows at night. I don't know yet, though, because I haven't caught one. Wish they would go back to change Vaporeon and Jolteon's shinies just a touch. You know who I wish they would change? Shiny Espeon. I don't like that green color. It's just too neon for me. Blech. Will you be getting the DLC for Pokemon ZA? Yes, I will. So I will probably disappear again to play the DLC when it releases at the end of February. End of February 2026, I'll probably disappear for a weekend to play the DLC. I don't know how long the DLC storyline is supposed to be, though. It depends on how much they're gonna actually add. Cute green, alien green. I know, it makes me so sad. Espeon deserves such a better color. But I agree that some of the older evolutions just need, like, touch-ups. They touched up so many shinies in ZA, though. You would have thought they would have touched up the evolutions, too. Maybe they're holding on to that one for the eventual Gen 10 game. Shiny Espeon is Yuno 1.0. It's not the right shade of green. For all of the complaining I do about being green in my 1.0, I do think that the overall shades of green that were chosen for her are very nice. I like the dark green and I like the mint green secondary color. Those are like two really good shades of green. I like that she's emerald green. I feel like that's not a color you see as much. Because, like, usually when people choose to be a green VTuber, they end up choosing the, like, more pastel mint green. You don't really see as much dark green. Emerald green women feel rarer. In my opinion. But I don't really seek out green women, so I don't know how true that actually is. But when I think of other women who are green, I mostly think of, like, mint green. Wonder if DLC is where they've hidden returning characters. There are a lot of theories that are saying that we're probably going to get a lot of returning characters for the DLC story. I wouldn't be mad at it. They do mention a lot of the original characters from X and Y, though, and you can see, like, little cameos from them in, like, different areas. One of my pictures for the ZA Royale, one of my profile pictures was having Elodie pose next to a poster of Valerie, who was the first fairy trainer. Valerie is a model. She was modeling this, like, really pretty, like, gothic colored dress, and she had, like, kind of gothic pastel vibes. And I liked it. It was sick. She's very pretty. That's on, like, a poster bulletin board on one of the side streets. I don't remember which side street. But I always really liked Valerie's design, so it was cool to see her. Purple Yuno is a shiny Yuno? Not really. When 2.0 finally comes out, purple is going to become the new default, so I guess green is going to be considered the shiny variant. Basically, I'm becoming an Espeon for real. Basically, I'm gonna be becoming an Espeon, because green is gonna be considered the shiny variant. Uh-oh, I'm gonna sneeze. No, I'm not. It was burning in my nose for like a straight minute. Please, God, help me. No! My nose! Okay. Okay. I'm fine. Taken away from us. Taken away from me. Do you know how unsatisfying it is to feel your nose burn with the urge to sneeze and then you don't sneeze? Sick and twisted. Is Yellow Yuno the shiny? No. Yellow Yuno's not the shiny. It's like a gold version, though, I suppose. Just pick it? Disgusting. No. Why would I do that? You're nasty. Pink Yuno would be the shiny? God, I would love to have a pink shiny variant. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. Pink Yuno will happen someday. We're kind of close with this chibi because the outfit and like most of the details on it are pink, but I still think this is like purple vibes primarily. But someday I will be pink proper. I know what I want for the pink version. I just have to get there one day. It's not gonna be anytime soon. Because currently, obviously, 2.0 is the priority, and I do have an outfit ready for after that. But with how long it's been taking to finally get to 2.0, I feel like the actual like new outfit for that model is gonna take even longer to get done. 80 million bajillion quadrillion years from now, I will consider another model. Puno will be a delightful sight. Must we call her Puno? Can we call her something else? How do we distinguish between purple and pink Yuno if they're both Puno? Well, purple Yuno was Puno first, so I guess we would have to... Oh god. Sorry. I just realized I was about to suggest if we're doing it like that, it would have to be Pino, but then I realized that it would be Puno and Pino, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all, I fear. I think I gotta go. I think I gotta go. Mom, pick me up. Mom, come pick me up. Pinot like the wine? Yes. Pinot Noir. Yes. Yeah, that. Sure. Might as well ask if there are any changes that need to be made to yellow. No. I won't be doing that. I don't intend for... Like, yellow isn't even included in the equation right now. If I were to even bring up yellow in this situation, I would have to fork up, like, thousands more dollars, dude. I'm not bringing that up right now. There go my dreams of Yuno orange. No, there's probably going to be an orange variant of Yuno in the future. It's just that, like, if I were to pick a color to focus on next... Well, okay, I've already talked about this before, but if I were to pick a color for the outfit that comes after yellow, I would probably choose white first, because I want to make a Yuki Onna style Yuno, because we've always had memes about Ice Lady. And then I'd probably want pink next, because I'd want to do a warm color. I haven't done a warm color yet. And then maybe orange would be after that. No idea. We need 5 different colored Yunos so we have an entire Super Sentai team. Yes. Ice waifu. Yes, I've openly said that I think the outfit I would want to do after yellow is done is to work towards white, which would be Yuki Onna. Once you hit all the colors, you can finally get a Skittles sponsorship. I'm literally on my way. Skittles, please. Well, actually, I don't really like Skittles, but, like, maybe M&M's. M&M's, can you hit me up instead? RIP Super Sentai? What do you mean RIP? We'll have a bunch of colors eventually. They just might not be a traditional color palette of Sentai. Reese's? Well, Reese's only has, like, autumn colors, like brown, yellow, and orange. There aren't enough variables of colors for the Reese's PCs. Super Sentai is ending. Oh, right! I think I saw Lynn quote retweet that. That is very crazy to hear that it's finally going to be ending as an overall, like, franchise. Peanut M&M's, please sponsor this Oni and give me some too while you're at it. Hey, game recognizes game. Not sure if asked, but how was Halloween? It was fine. I didn't really celebrate. I watched South Park. I got McDonald's with Hitomi and we watched the South Park episode because South Park got delayed to Halloween. Even though the episode wasn't very Halloween-y. Well, that's what I did. That was all I did. In Onigashima, Trick or Treat happened like a week prior to actual Halloween, so there wasn't really any like Halloween celebrations going on the actual Halloween night. So instead it was South Park Day for me. Yeah. The rumor I've been told is they're rebranding to get out of their deal with Hasbro. Oh, I see. Fair enough. South Park, I mostly watch classic episodes, but recent ones have been interesting to say the least. I've had ones that I like, and I've had ones that I've been meh about. This past week, I was kind of meh. I don't really understand the angle they're trying to take with this part. I also heard a rumor that this is technically like a second season. Like the 2 seasons were supposed to be 5 episodes, so after the first 5 of 27, we're technically on season 28 now. But I don't feel like the episode from a couple weeks before really felt like a premiere. It felt too much like a retrospective of season 27 with all of the callbacks. So it didn't really make sense to me as an opener. But this one also doesn't make sense to me as an opener. Besides the fact that the B plot was the whole South Park sucks now thing. That feels like it would have been a better A plot in order to be like a season opener. I don't know, man. I don't get their episode numbering. I don't understand it either. I was like, Hitomi was the one that told me because she watched like a video essay on it, and I was like, that's dumb. Like, that's literally such a dumb choice. I don't really understand why they would do that. But like, I don't know. Oh, my point though is that like, I feel like this past episode was kind of meh. Kinda meh, in my opinion. You mean last season opener? I thought it was genius with the context of the network screwing them around. No. What I'm trying to explain... Okay, I'm going to try and break this down. So, season 27 is technically only 5 episodes long, according to the official numbering. So the first 5 episodes of this like 10 episode block of episodes are what would be considered season 27. So episode 6, which was supposed to be the start of season 28, was the episode that was a couple weeks ago, not the one that just aired on Friday for Halloween. And that was the episode with the 6-7, like all the 6-7 jokes. And to me, that felt like it would have been a good season finale because it was making a lot of callbacks to other stuff that happened in, like, I guess what would have been the quote-unquote season prior. It felt like it was culminating in something. Or, like, explaining that it was all gonna lead into something else. That should have been episode 6. I agree. Weird choice to divide the seasons. It's according to like the network's numbering. Like the essayist that Hitomi watched said that it was technically considered season 28 episode 1, and I was like, that's weird because it feels like it should have been the finale of 27. It didn't really make sense to me personally. I felt like the numbering was strange. I also just didn't really like the overall angle of that episode. But that's because, I mean, I have a spicy take, but I don't know if you guys really care about my opinions of South Park because I don't know how many of you actually watch it, so I'm not gonna get too into the weeds. I won't get too into the weeds about this, but like the division's weird, and I feel like the overall direction is odd. And then this episode being now episode 2 of season 28, and then having the whole South Park sucks now subplot, I'm just like, I feel like that would have been a better opener. It would have been a better opener. I think they should have reversed the order. or like change the order of some of these like middle episodes around, because I just don't really understand the split in my onion. Hit me with the spiciest take. Okay. I feel like in order to reflect the chaos that they think that is happening in modern day America, they have been taking away all of the voices of reason, and it's leading to all of South Park just being insane. And I feel like it's commentary on the fact that, like, you can't really have the voice of reason, or like voices of reason are always going to be snuffed out and are going to be forced to convert to what the rest of the world is turning to, even if it's crazy. Because let's remember, the start of the season, Jesus was the one who was expressing that the network was going to fucking get them if they didn't try to like get along and comply with what the network wanted. But Jesus was still trying to serve as a voice of reason because he was being forcibly incorporated into the schools because of Power Christian Principle. And then we had this whole arc with him in like a couple episodes ago that was like him trying to like get on the case of Power Christian Principle. Like, why are you even like this? Like, you realize that this isn't like actual Christianity, right? And then Power Christian Principle was like, are you gay, bro? And was like getting all in his face and being really gross. And then you find out the stuff about how Strong Woman's also been converted into the same kind of like airhead bad person, which I think is also meant to be commentary, because taking away PC Principal, who used to be a very strong voice of reason and like the straight man to a lot of the like shenanigans that were happening in South Park, he was like the one actual good voice of reason in the school for the kids. Now he's Power Christian Principal. Strong Woman was in a similar position, didn't get a chance to speak when PC Principal first converted to being Power Christian, and now she's converted and she's, I don't want to say the word, but yeah, she's been converted negative, so it's taking away that voice of reason. Technically, Randy has stopped the obsession with integrity, and one would argue that that would mean that he is the voice of reason again, but he's kind of been relegated to like a nothing role because they took away the one thing that was keeping him in the spotlight. And he doesn't have a job right now. So they've taken away like Randy's like overall purpose. Randy also used to be a voice of reason character who then got converted during the whole integrity arc. And then the thing that I'm trying to get to though is the stuff with Jesus. Like Jesus, when he was trying to critique what PC Principal was doing, basically got like forced into converting into the kind of fucked up guy that PC Principal has become. And, or well, at least that's what the implication was at the end of that episode. And then that kind of like annoyed me, and I was basically trying to tell this to Hitomi, but it really feels like a lot of the voices of reason are being taken away from South Park, or they're being like written out so that they don't even have like a chance to be the voice of reason. And it's very like, that makes South Park hard to balance, because it means that they're going to be focusing way more on the crazy shit, and we have less characters there to be like, hey, this is kind of fucked up. And I feel like it's meant to be commentary on the fact that it's very difficult to remain the voice of logic and reason when you're faced with just how insane the current world is. And then that takes us to the most recent episode, which is the whole South Park sucks now, which they're saying is because they've had to focus a lot on political jokes and like political commentary, and less so on like the more lighthearted shenanigans. But then the end of the episode mentions that like they'll probably get back to normal eventually. It's just that they have to make do with what they've got right now, which I think is their way of saying that there's still going to be a lot of like politics and stuff. And that's kind of hard to deal with because it's like, I get it. It's definitely like the thing that's happening within American society right now, but it's very overwhelming. And so, like, I understand the direction and the intention behind it, but I feel like South Park is very difficult to consume if there isn't like a counterpoint. Which is why I'm frustrated that all of the voices of reason have been kind of taken away. And like the whole commentary with the B plot with the boys is supposed to be the boys have literally fucking nothing to do because like the biggest focus is supposed to be on the politics, the political A plot. And like, they even made that commentary of like, Kenny hasn't spoken in 4 months. And then Kenny was like, well, what the fuck are you supposed to say, dude? Which is very fair. But like, it's just a sign that the boys have become less and less the focus of the show because they're trying to focus on the other stuff instead, and they've had to like, instead of making South Park characters be the representation of whatever is going on in politics, they've just made direct parody characters. So now the show is more about the parody characters getting up to fuck shit, and I'm just like, okay. That's fine, I guess, but I don't watch the show to see them make fun of Trump for the 30 minutes. I watch the show because I want to see the South Park characters. If I wanted to watch like parody, I could watch like any news commentary satire show. You get what I mean? I don't know. I found it really funny they called them Gen Alpha kids. I mean, because they've had Stan go back to being 9, that does technically make them Gen Alpha. But it is very funny when you think about how some earlier episodes have made them, like, be stand-ins for, like, older millennial kids. And then they had them be representative of, like, Gen Z for a while, and now they're down to Gen Alpha because they're not aging. I think that's also meant to be part of the joke, though, because it's like, we Gen Alpha? Like, yeah, what the fuck are you talking about? Stand-ins for the creators of the show? You can't convince me you're Gen Alpha. Besides the fact that you're making the 6-7 jokes, but even then. Older millennials are 40 now? Very true. But like, what I'm saying is the South Park kids don't really age, or like they're not allowed to age. They're always stuck in this cycle of being the ages of 9 or 10 if it's a birthday. So like, I don't know. I guess the point that I'm trying to get at is like, I understand what they're doing. The problem of being a writer. The problem of being a writer, putting on my fucking glasses and my nerd shit, actually, the problem with being a writer is that I understand, like, why they're making these decisions and these, like, creative writing directions, because they're trying to avoid being in, like, a narrative loop, for, like, a lot of reasons, but then also, like, it makes it hard to actually watch it. As someone who's there for the kids, and for, like, the other actual, like, South Park characters, it's just kind of like, man, it just feels like we're getting too much of the, like, politics. But I think also people would be mad at them if they weren't covering the politics. Because they used to say they were trying to, like, avoid the political stuff too much, after what happened with the election that one year. When they had, like, really banked on it being a certain direction, and then they had to completely change their episode plan because of what happened. So I understand that they're trying to avoid writing themselves into a hole. I also think that's why they've been taking more time between episodes instead of the usual, like, 6 days before they have it air. I think they've needed overall more time to, like, really pack in the amount of crazy shit that can be happening within the American sphere. So I get it, but it's also like, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. And I just don't think there's been enough, like, balance so far, that I feel is satisfying currently. There have been some bangers this season, though. Like, I also thought the premiere was actually really good. The episode before, the episode before 6, so I guess 5. I liked 5, I think. I also remember really liking 3. I was okay with 4. Like, there have been episodes that have been good. They've had, like, some pretty solid jokes, and there's been others where I've been like, But this past episode with the whole commentary on South Park sucking now, I was just like, I don't really understand why you're making that argument at this point in the season. Besides being like, this is the state of the world, and if you don't like it, just stop watching South Park, I guess. I don't really know what their angle is trying to be. And it feels weird that they've gone back on what they said about not focusing on politics by becoming mostly a political parody series. Reminds me of how they tried to get South Park canceled. Okay, but that one was like way more tongue-in-cheek and was done in a way that was a lot funnier. Because we had more like variety of characters, and we also were primarily focused on the South Park characters and not on the political allegories of it all. But I feel like we are trapped in a situation where they have to keep making fun of the dumb shit that's happening in American government. And they have to keep making, like, direct, jokes and references to the things that are happening. And it's getting harder to incorporate the kids in that, I guess is their argument. But I don't know. Anyway, I don't claim to be an ultimate knower of things. In the end, I do understand what they're trying to do, so I get why they are doing it. I just, in my heart, I kind of wish I could get more boys being silly. But this episode was kind of them telling us that, like, getting more of the boys being silly is very difficult for them to accomplish right now. So, I'm not gonna get it anytime soon. It is what it is. Also, Slim, thank you for the 3-month resub. Welcome back. Where's the milk? I have it. You just have to ask for it. I'm pretty sure your title was Yuno, knower of all things of all space and time, Hanaki. Really? When was that my title? When did I earn that one? What quest did I complete to get that? Because I don't know if I deserve it. Is that why you stream to us? Is what why I stream to you? Is what? Because the actual reason is because I want to make connections with people. That's why. You want to see silly boys? I guess. But also the amount of times I complain about wanting women in my audience. I want to see silly girls too. You've probably said it before, but what's your thoughts on the South Park RPG games? I really like the overall setting and vibe of Stick of Truth, but the humor is not my favorite. I also think it's a bit too short. I prefer Fractured but Whole when it comes to the two RPG games. I think the superhero alter egos are less interesting than the fantasy alter egos, but I think that the overall, like, humor style and the overarching plot was funnier to me and more enjoyable to experience to me. It also felt like more believable as a story for, like, the characters and not just, like, I don't know how to fully express my feelings for Stick of Truth because it has been a hot minute since I've experienced it, but, like, I overall think that the story of Fractured but Whole was more... It was a mix of, like, stories about the characters that they made up and also about the actual boys themselves. Like, one of my favorite scenes is when Kyle's, like, trying to get us to take care of the human kite from an alternate universe because his cousin really wants to play superheroes with us, but Kyle thinks that he's a fucking dweeb and is just like, can we get rid of him, please? Can we just kill him so he doesn't have to be involved? And then you end up having to fight his mom because mom is pissed off that we beat up cousin Kyle so bad. I think that part's really good. I think it's pretty great. The original idea was more on the fantasy one since there were episodes about them being role-playing as Lord of the Rings characters. Well, see, no, that's not entirely true. Those episodes were made because they were going to advertise the game. That's not entirely true. It wasn't based off of the episodes. The episodes were made because they were advertising the game. Counterpoint, I'm a fucking nerd. Because if you'll remember, the end of that arc was them being like, we could make a game out of anything, like this stick. And then they had an advertisement about South Park: The Stick of Truth. So those episodes were literally made with the intention of advertising the video game Stick of Truth. The Black Friday trilogy. Although they did end up actually changing who everybody was. By immersion. The chapter I was talking about was like a 2000s episode. Yes, but that wasn't what ended up being the inspiration for Stick of Truth. So you're still wrong. Even though they've technically done it before, for all intents and purposes, Stick of Truth is referencing the Black Friday episodes, the overall arcing story of the Black Friday trilogy. And then Fractured But Whole also had like several episodes that existed before they decided to make the game. Because they had the kids be superhero characters before. Coon and Friends and all of that stuff. Really like how they took cues from Earthbound? I do think they did a pretty good job of like making both games feel more distinct, but still like really fun to play. So yeah, I don't know, I just think it's neat. But yeah, I think the humor of Fractured But Whole was better for me. I tend to prefer the slightly more modern South Park humor, like the 2010s humor, more than the older stuff. I know people who like the older style of humor, like Stick of Truth a bit more. I also think Stick of Truth is probably like more streamlined in a lot of ways, which is why it feels so short. Like the last time I remember going through Stick of Truth, I think I was able to get through it in like a day. And that's just, and like that's not as satisfying to me as Fractured But Whole was, because there was like a lot of stuff, and then they also had the DLC that added like entirely new storylines, and they actually felt worth playing, along with like adding the new hero classes and stuff. I was a really big fan of the Final Girl hero class. I just thought that one was really fun. I didn't care as much for the one they introduced in Casa Bonita, but I liked Casa Bonita's story more than the summer camp story. Summer camp story was kind of wilding in a way that was like a bit much for me, but I liked Final Girl. I really loved the Casa Bonita storyline because it focused so much on Mysterion and Karen McCormick. But I did not care for the hero class that it introduced. Make sense? I hope so. Your new career, the new South Park writer? Oh my god, I do not think I deserve to be in that writer's room. I am not nearly funny enough. The only reason they would ever hire me is if they needed a new person to write the Tweak and Craig storylines. Hired to write Yaoi. That's it. I don't think I actually deserve to do any other writing for that show. A noble job. Someone's gotta do it. Don't worry, Matt and Trey, I'll take the fall. I promise I will not spread the agenda anywhere else. I promise. Me when I lie. We should have entered that contest to have Yuno in South Park. I don't know if they would have taken, like, a full-on fantasy OC like that. I mean, I guess if you just get rid of my horns and you submit this design, maybe. But yeah, no, I don't think I deserve to be like a full-on writer for South Park. I could do like one specific niche thing as part of the writing, and then I probably would not be able to contribute to much else. The horns are just a headband. A grown-ass adult character in the background with a horn headband. Could you imagine? Because I think for those contests, it was mostly people getting added as, like, background adults, right? They probably wouldn't let me be a background kid. Which is so lame. I feel like the style of the kids is so much more recognizable than the style of the adults. Meh. I get it, though. I am an adult, so they would probably just be like... adult body for you. But it'd be so funny to see a scrungly South Park kid version of Yuno. I just think that'd be neat. Kid head adult body. Now hold on. I don't think that's a good idea either. I get it though. Anyhow. Only if Yuno is an evil little kid. I do deserve to be like a gremlin. This much is true. They wouldn't give me a speaking role, though. For those competitions, it's always just, like, you can see your character in the back of an episode. Like, in a crowd shot. So I don't think that you could really tell that I'm evil. But you would probably be able to get one look at her and be like, yeah, that seems like an evil kid. Puntable's time to shine. Oh my god, Puntable in South Park would be a fucking menace. But see, Puntable would have to be drawn like Ike size. Because Puntable is like, literally kick the baby size. Put Puntable in the background of a kindergarten episode with Ike. Or you get like a singular throwback kick the baby joke, and instead of kicking Ike, Kyle kicks Puntable. Would she be Canadian too? I do kind of like the thought of her with the like Canadian egghead. That makes sense for her, I fear. Kid in the background writing fanfic. If only I could go back in time and force them to include my character in the first Yowie episode. The Tweak X Craig episode. If only I could have been a background Yowie girl. Unfortunately, that was around when I first started watching South Park properly, so I had missed out on that opportunity. Shows up in a cameo only to be kicked all the way back to Onigashima? Yes. Exactly. That's the value of the cameo. I'd only be there for a couple seconds anyway. Might as well get kicked. This is just like obvious fact. Of course, it's the Yowie that got Yuno into South Park. Listen, I had watched bits and pieces of South Park before, But I did decide to watch more South Park. Not because of the yaoi, but because Hitomi really liked Stick of Truth, and she wanted me to go back and watch the season that had the Black Friday trilogy. So I started from back there, and then I caught all the way up to the season that was currently airing, and that's when I watched the yaoi episode. I felt like I needed to watch more to get context, so I went back and I watched like a decent amount to lead up to the season. Because I didn't know enough about the characters to like have that level of attachment. I don't remember how far back I went. I want to say maybe it was like season 13 or 14 that I started at, and then I caught all the way up to the season that was currently airing at the time, which I believe was season 18? 19? Don't quote me on that. But I have gone back and I've watched even older stuff since then. But like bits and pieces, I've done like grab bags of certain episodes because there are other episodes that I know that I would not be able to stomach or tolerate, which I think is a fine way to consume a piece of media, especially something that's really long. If you don't think you like the old style very much, then I don't think there's anything wrong with picking and choosing what you watch, especially because South Park doesn't really have that much continuity to it. It's not really a show that relies on you having the big knowledge. Obviously it helps, but it's not necessary. So I never watched it like all the way through. South Park had your attention, but after the yaoi, it had your interest. I did have a friend who posted about the yaoi, and that was kind of what made me like, oh, really? There's actual yaoi? They actually made characters, like, gay that weren't, like, the big gay owl character. That's fascinating. And that was why I brought it up to Hitomi, and Hitomi was like, well, I actually really liked the Stick of Truth game, so if you want, we could go back and watch the season that introduced the Stick of Truth concept, and then work our way up to the new one with the yaoi. And I was like, okay. And that was how I fell down the rabbit hole. I don't think I ever watched it chronologically, just whatever episode was on at the time. Very fair. South Park is like almost always airing on Comedy Central, so it was a pretty safe bet that you could turn on the TV and there would be a South Park episode. They've even had entire days dedicated to just rolling as many South Park episodes as they were allowed to air. South Park watch party win. I don't know. Where's Buno? The only green I see is that plant behind you. I'm Buno. But yeah, I'm not green. And you're gonna have to get over it because I'm pretty much gonna be using this model all of the time. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we could watch something related to South Park. It actually might be kind of fun to watch the Black Friday trilogy on or around what would be Black Friday. That could be kind of silly. I was playing World of Warcraft when that South Park episode released. The game was empty that night. Crazy! I mean, I think they were quite respectful of the game, all things considered. Yes, they were making fun of the people that play it, but I think they were quite respectful of the game itself, though. I hear they did a lot of research. Everyone liked it? Yeah. As they should. I thought it was a good episode, too. That's one of the select ones I watched from the past. Puntable fell into a vat of red 40 that was getting decommissioned. Yuno jumped in to save her. PhD jumped in to save her, and then came out this color. So here I am. And now Puntable got left behind at the beach house while I go back to my studies. I thought it was funny that the Sword of Thousand Truths got power crept. Fair enough. Hitomi also used to play World of Warcraft, so she was the one who was kind of explaining the references to me while I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on. I'm just happy to see the boys be silly. Ha ha ha. I love them. They're such silly kids. Sorry this is turning into the South Park OniMon. I didn't intend for this to happen. I was supposed to just explain that I watched the South Park episode for Halloween and that was my plans, and then here I am like 40 minutes later. I'm sorry that she did. Sorry that she played World of Warcraft. I suppose that's fair. I mean, she doesn't play it anymore. I have yet to escape. And that's fine. People have their things, their vices. You never know what tangent will take over the stream. That's part of the fun of chasing tangents. I suppose that's true. I don't really chase tangents. I just end up on them. And then I'm like, ah, shit. I lost track of the through lines like 8 conversations ago. When it comes to watching South Park, though, Hitomi and I will look at like how certain episodes are categorized, and we'll kind of like watch episodes that fit like a particular theme. There was one time we were doing that because we were just really in the mood to watch more South Park, and she picked a theme and then had me watch the episodes without knowing what the theme was, so that we could try to see if I could guess what the theme was supposed to be. I do not remember what that category was now, unfortunately, but I think I got it after like the 2nd episode in the batch. I think. Or like I was really close. But that's kind of how we watch older episodes. We find like a theme of episodes we want to watch, and then we will watch a bundle of the episodes if we think that we can stomach the style of humor. Certain older episodes are a bit difficult to consume. I think it's most difficult pre-season 10. I find it gets like a bit easier to stomach for like season 10 onward. Like it's less likely that I'm gonna see something where I'm like, ugh. At least for me. People have different like standards and thresholds, you know? I'm not gonna say that it's like a universal experience, like season 10 onward good. But there's probably plenty of people who like the stuff before then more. Well, that's just how it was for me. And I've been in hell ever since. Man Bear Pig is Real was my favorite episode. That's very fair. I don't know if I have a favorite episode. Yeah, I don't know. If I think about it, I don't really know if I have one that I would consider my true fave. Although I will say I did kind of like the High School Musical parody episode. I thought that one was pretty funny. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would say that one's my favorite. I just thought it was a good episode. I have no idea. If I was going to pick a favorite, it would probably have to be something related to Kyle, because Kyle is my favorite character. But when I try to think of Kyle episodes, my brain kind of comes up blank. I guess because he hasn't really had like a more centered role in a while. He'll like sometimes take the lead of a B plot, but He hasn't felt like he's been very centered as a character in quite some time. At least to me. But again, I'm picky about what I think counts as being like a centered episode, especially because we constantly have A plots and B plots. Also, this is random, but I know I've talked about it before, but I really wish South Park Snow Day was better. I paid for the big boy package for that game, and it was so disappointing. It just felt so empty. I feel like they very quickly kind of like lost steam for it, and that's kind of sad. I've only ever seen World War Zimmerman and Cartman's Revenge episode in its entirety. Oh, also Human Sentai Pad. Not Human Sentai Pad! That one's rough. But that is the episode that they focused their documentary on making, so it makes sense that more people have probably watched that one because it was what they were working on at the time. Maybe it would have worked better as a Stick of Truth sequel. I mean, it kind of was. But, like, overall, it just felt very empty. Like, Hitomi and I were able to duo co-op the story and finish it within, like, 4 hours. And then there was just nothing to do except replay levels. But there wasn't really many, like, rogue-like elements to it to make it unique feeling. It was very, very short. We were, like, very bummed. It was very short. And then, like, at the time, they were advertising it as, like, something that they were going to be able to, like, update. Like, it was going to be a live service kind of game. So they were going to be able to update it with, like, new stuff whenever new episodes came out, but it was mostly just cosmetic things, like skins and, like, accessories that you could add to your new kid. It wasn't really, like... It wasn't new content. Like, it's not like they added new bosses or, like, new levels or anything. It was just, like, cosmetic things. So it felt kind of sad, in my opinion. I was really hoping that they would have added more like a seasonal dungeon that you would have to complete that had like a boss that was related to the ongoing season. But I don't know, it didn't vibe with me. I beat Stick of Truth but never touched the second game. I think the second game is really good. It's my favorite of the two. If you ever feel inclined to try it, I do think that Fractured But Whole is quite good. But it plays differently from Stick of Truth, so people might not be as into it. And I also know that people are like not as into the humor of Fractured But Whole. But I personally really liked it. It felt like a very good celebration of the things that I was liking about South Park's humor style at the time. So I really vibed with it. But yeah, unfortunately Snow Day was such a bummer. I had been really looking forward to it when it was announced. But it was so easy to finish. I don't know if it really would have worked if it was marketed as a Stick of Truth sequel, but like storyline-wise, it kind of was because they were all revisiting their Stick of Truth characters. But like, you didn't really get to do much with them. Like, if you don't play with a full party of 4, they just assign you like 2 CPUs, like, because I played with Hitomi, right? We got assigned 2 CPUs to our party, so we would always have a group of 4. But you could never, like, group up with the boys. Like, you could never group up with the other kids, which I felt was kind of a waste. You could fight the other boys as, like, bosses. They had, like, boss fights. And they would, like, banter with each other, like, over iPads and stuff, which was, like, cute in some ways. But then once you beat them, you're, like, not really getting a chance to interact with them anymore. You just really can't do much with them. And then the final boss was kind of lame. And it was just like, overall, I just felt like it was kind of wasted potential. I think it would have been more fun if you needed extra players on your team. It would have been cool if you could choose the AI to be like other South Park kids. But I guess a lot of them already had like set roles, so it was kind of hard to like have them do that in a way, maybe. I don't know. But it definitely felt like wasted potential. Didn't see much of the Snow game, but really liked the other 2. Yeah, the other 2 are good. But I'm just sad because, like, Snow Day was supposed to be their next big venture into, like, making another South Park game after Phone Destroyer. So it was, like, kind of sad that Snow Day ended up being such a waste. Like, we played it that one day, beat the main story, realized that there was not much else to do besides replaying levels, and we were both just kind of like, that sucks. Should have beaten the kid bosses and then they joined your roster. I'm saying, it would have been so cool if we could have, like, actually recruited them to have them, like, go along with us and be the characters that we, like, fight alongside. But you beat them as a boss, and then that's kind of it. You can, like, see them in, like, the loading screen when you're, like, choosing your next level, but meh. I think part of the problem is that they tried to make Snow Day an Overwatch-style team shooter, but it had such little replayability. It didn't feel like that, though. It was more PvE. They never added, like, a PvP element. At least not when I was playing. I don't know if they tried to convert it into that afterwards. It was more PvE. Because you just had to take out a bunch of ads, and then, like, once you reached a certain point in a level, you'd get access to a boss. But you would have to solve the same puzzles over and over if you wanted to, like, progress a level. To get to the boss fight. I always thought they were trying to make it a little bit more roguelike feeling by introducing, like, different, boosts and stuff that you could get. Like, you could have, like a certain, like, sub-power build. There wasn't PvP. I thought it was a multiplayer PvP game. Nope. Not really. When you join up with another player, you work together as a team. It was not multiplayer PvP. It was PvE. But yeah, the main story was so short. Replayability was kind of ass. Maybe that was the problem. People thought it would be multiplayer PvP. I certainly thought so. I think I ended up thinking the same thing. When they were first advertising it, it also looked like it was going to be more top-down. And it felt more like tower defense-y almost, but it isn't really that either. It was just PvE. And, like, they force you to have a party of 4, so even if you're only partying up with one other person, they assign 2 CPUs to assist you. Which I guess is good if you're trying to play it solo, like, you'll always have a full party, but gestures vaguely. Really poor marketing then. I wonder if they had to change the direction at some point while they were making it. I really don't know. I was like super into trying to find all the information I could about Snow Day at one point because I was really hoping that it was gonna do well, but it's kind of a flop, to be honest. I really think they could have done more. Seems like it was struggling with its own identity. It was kind of all over the place. Yeah, and like I was saying too, one of the main things they were trying to advertise about it was the live service aspect and being able to like add new content as things happened, like in airing seasons. And then I guess that's when all of the stuff with the streaming services, sorry, Windows noise. That was when all the stuff with the streaming services started occurring also. So that could be a reason why it's been inhibited in such a way, but I was so bummed out. I was just like, damn, that shit sucks. Windows 10, my dearly missed. Yeah, I'm stuck on 10 because my PC literally is incapable of upgrading to 11. The only way that I could get Windows 11 is if I buy a new PC, and I can't do that right now, so fuck all of that. Stuck? Yes. My PC is incapable of being able to upgrade in any way. 10, I miss XP. I don't miss XP. I'm honestly fine with 10. Hold on to 10. They did offer, for those of you who don't know, they did offer like a 1-year additional security update thing for free because they knew that some people would have a hard time upgrading PCs, I guess. So I am on that at least, but once that runs out, I might be SOL in terms of security updates. But I guess that means I have like a year to get a new PC. Recent reviews mostly negative. Yeah, that tracks. I was looking at the page for Snow Day to see if they actually added any sort of like story upgrade stuff, and it looks like they didn't. Not really. Also, I don't think it's a very good sign that it's on sale for like 60% off. It was its initial asking price. Oof. I missed 7, the first product I worked on at Microsoft. You're welcome. Wow, you worked on Windows 7? Crazy. 11 ain't that bad, just gotta disable a few things and it's Gucci. So I've heard. I heard they really tried to like shove the AI crap. Tell Bill Gates to send Yuno a PC. So true. I guess I could just do this. Yeah, all the stuff that's DLC is literally just like cosmetics mostly. The season pass, I guess, adds like a different game mode, but other than that, everything that's here is just like cosmetics, emotes, weapons, cosmetics. I guess this adds new maps, I think? Cosmetic, costume. Cosmetic, costume. I think that's like an additional quest, maybe. Game-altering modes? I guess that would make it a little bit more challenging. That's a paid DLC, though. Which I guess I get because I have the Season Pass version. Weapon variation. Weapon. Cosmetics pack. Another weapon. And then this is cosmetics for Cred. So this is from the Cred season, March 2024. Some of these are May 2024, August 2024. Did they release anything in 2025? That's the honest inquiry. It's looking like no. It's looking like I don't think so. June 2024. December 2024. So the last DLC update it got was December 2024. Oofers! Oofy doofy! Damn. But I guess they added like a little bit of something different. So it could be worse. But I also think it could be better. Maybe I should see if Hitumi wants to revisit the game so we can try the weird game modes. Just do a one-off stream of Snow Day to see if we can handle the, like, supposedly more challenging difficulty of the modes they added. That could be kind of silly. Yuno just beats it in under an hour. I don't know if I could do it in under an hour. But I do think it'd be kind of funny if they advertise it as being like, oh, this makes the Hellish Pack seem like child's play, and then it ends up being fucking easy. I saw something that said like the floor is lava, so I wonder if that means that you have to like avoid being on the like ground level for too long because it actually burns, like it adds like the burn status or something. Probably stuff like that. It would at least make it slightly more interesting to have to redo those same levels over and over because God, it was not fun to have to redo a level. Ugh, hiccups, sorry. Dies temporarily. But yeah, I really had such high hopes for Snow Day, but it feels like that ball got heavily fumbled. It'd be like that sometimes, though. I also tried Phone Destroyer at one point. It was not my favorite thing. That one definitely felt more like... it was like an auto-battler, I suppose. And also kind of like tower defense E, because you had to make sure that you could protect yourself so that the opposing team's units couldn't come attack you. It also felt kind of like Plants vs. Zombies, I suppose, because you had timers for when you could deploy certain characters with like certain skills and stuff. And then also gotcha. Blick. Yuck. Ick. The gotcha to get actually good units. So ass. Fucking yuck. I'm not giving you money to roll gotcha for a South Park game. No thanks. No cute girl gotcha, you mean? I mean, you could roll the girls, though. And some of the girls had, like, okay powers, but... no. And then all the characters I wanted were, like, super high rarity. Especially when they had a gotcha episode. Yeah, decrying gotcha and saying that gotcha sucked. And also revealing that Stan has an addictive personality, and so you can't really give him stuff related to, like, gambling or... well, we also already knew he had an addictive personality because of the fact that one of the episodes kind of made it obvious he'd be an alcoholic. Anyway, they had to give him an entirely new hobby, so that way he wouldn't be drawn towards the gotcha. No phone game. Which I did think was really cute. There was that one episode in one of the later seasons where they made a callback to the fact that he got super into board games because he and Tolkien were playing a board game together when Tolkien came over to his house. It was really cute. I really liked that episode. I liked seeing them play the, like, really elaborate board game together. I was just like, yeah. Yeah, Stan still likes really elaborate board games. That's my son. I just think he's cute. Little baby. He just wanted to play a board game with his friend. He did not give a fuck about what Randy was trying to do. TTRPGs, yeah. In that case, it was a TTRPG, yes. It was like a Warhammer equivalent or something, I think. But they were being so cute. And, like, of course Tolkien would be able to keep up because everyone is pretty sure that Tolkien would be one of the smarter kids. Out of the boys, at the very least. He's very smart, so of course he'd be able to keep up with the complicated rules. That's my goat right there. That was a good episode. It was funny they retconned his name. I remember that. The fucking active real-time gaslighting that happened because they changed every mention of him in, like, every episode before, and then also, like, on the South Park wiki, they changed every mention of him to Tolkien. It was so good. It's always been Tolkien this entire time. So good. So funny. I like episodes like that where they add that sort of, like, more immersive, like, real-world touch. I think that that style of comedy can be quite funny. I will admit the one thing I liked about the latest episode was the fact that they had already bought SouthParkSucksNow.com, and then they just made it link to the official South Park Comedy Central page. Did they redub episode re-releases? Well, see, the way that it's being done now is that, like, the closed captioning has all been converted to say Tolkien, and the way that they say it is just ambiguous enough that you would believe it. Like, the joke is supposed to be that it's always been said like Tolkien, but, like, you can barely hear the L. So them saying Tolkien will still sound like they're saying the right name. That's supposed to be what the joke is. Everybody's accent has just made it that they kind of drop the L when they say it, but it's always been there. So they say. And then they even took it a step further, and if you check the closed captionings for the old episodes, everybody's closed captioning when they say his name is Tolkien, but Stan's still says Token. So he's still fucking it up. They took the immersion even farther, and it's so funny. Everybody else has changed but him. Lamau. God, it's so good. So it's like he's always been getting it wrong this entire time while everyone else got it right. I love it. It's so good. My favorite thing. Oh, instant thank you for the hydrate. I take sip of water. Wow. Thank you. This stream might be a little bit on the shorter side tonight, because I feel a headache coming on. I'm gonna go for a little bit longer. This isn't me saying I'm gonna call it now, but it's probably gonna be a little bit shorter because I can feel a headache coming, and I'm just like, God, please. They've been more frequent the past couple of days, and I'm like side-eyeing myself because I'm just like, why? Why are they happening more? I don't think it's anything serious, but I feel like I am more prone to headaches than I was, and that's stressful. Stress? No, I don't think so. I mean, yes, I am stressed about things, but not to the point where I think it would be causing a stress headache. This one that I feel, I think is just like a light headache thing. Looking at screens too long. I've been up since like 8 a.m. staring at my screen, so I've kind of been at my desk too long, I fear. I've been at my desk too long, I fear. And so now my brain is like, please. I explode. Do you got medicine? Yes. I have regular migraine medication, and I have sleepy time headache medication. It's clearly your horns then? Yeah, my horns always cause so much problems to my skull, my cranium. Sinus headache due to humidity going to 55? I don't think it's a sinus headache. I mean, I guess it could be. I was complaining about my nose being, like, stuffy and not being able to sneeze earlier. I had spicy soup for dinner, though. So I feel like that cleared out my sinuses more. Too much screen staring. It happens. But it's true, it could also be a seasonal thing. Seasonal headache, be like, hey man. Hold on. I always have to look up this chart whenever I'm talking about my headache. And then I have to think about where I actually feel it in my skull. Let's see. I think it's a tension headache. Because I feel it more like in my forehead area. Although, I guess the biggest concentration does feel like it could be in the sinus range. I keep fooling myself every time I look at this chart because sometimes my brain's like, oh, I feel it there. Oh, I feel it there. Oh, I feel it there. It's not dehydration. I've been quite good about drinking water today. I don't think it's a cluster. I think it's either tension or sinus, probably. forehead area, you know, that doesn't narrow it down for you. Yeah, I know, especially with this chibi. My big ass forehead. At least it's not the chart where the entire head is red tagged like reading Twitter. Oh yeah, no. Well, I'm not looking at Twitter while I'm talking to you guys. I'm just talking to you. I am not distracted. When I stream, I pay attention to you guys specifically. The only time I will get pulled away is if I get a Discord notif, because Discord notifs are rare. I don't usually get a Discord notif while I'm streaming unless it's importante. So that's the only time I will be distracted during a stream. Otherwise, I'm locked in. I'm only looking at you. Heh. And 2.0 emails, I suppose, but I don't really get those anymore now that most of the stuff is done. How thoughtful. I feel like it's the bare minimum I could do when I'm streaming. God forbid the streamer pay attention while streaming. Crazy? Weird concept? Yuno is looking at me. Please stop watching us like a yandere. I thought you guys were into that. I thought you guys liked that kind of thing. What's wrong with me looking at you anyway? Unless you have something to hide. But you wouldn't hide something from me, would you? Only naughty boys keep secrets. I think she might like us. Must keep watching to find out. Yeah, to be continued. Dun 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 dun. Heinz double quarter pounder behind back. What the fuck? I want one. That sounds delicious. I mean, I had soup, so I'm full, but like, there's always room in my stomach for a burger or a French fry. Usually more so French fries. Burger. Indeed. I have to be really good this month, though. I've got to be really good about my money dollars. I've got bills to pay, and now that my rent has gone up, it's going to be even more difficult month to month. So I've got to work hard. I gotta work hard, and I gotta be better about my spending. Soup on a cold day? Yeah. I've been wanting soup the past couple of days, but I always was like getting or making something else due to circumstances, but I finally got to curb my soup craving, and it was very delicious. I do so love soup. Hyde's large fry behind back got finished. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Week 1 Epic McSuper Burger, week 2 ice soup. Don't call me out. It's very true though. Ice soup for dinner. Ahaha. Cold soup. Cold soup again. Hey, guess what's for dinner? Cold soup. Nah, it's not that bad. I am pretty good at subsisting off of the things that I have at home. I do need to get groceries though. I have to spend my very meager funds to get groceries stocked up, so that way I can make it through the rest of the month. We're manifesting. And I'm also hoping now that I am off of hiatus, I can get back into the grind set and be able to take care of like the mid and late month payments I gotta take care of. Bleh. Reject rent, live inside a box. I can't stream from inside a box, unfortunately. Boxes are not nearly stable enough. If my PC gets too warm, the box will catch on fire. If it wasn't for the fact that I need PC for do work, then I would probably live in a box. always used to say that she could envision me living in like a RV and like driving around Onigashima and just like streaming and making content from inside of an RV. And the only reason that it doesn't work is because I don't have a license. And I was always just like, that's a very weird vision to have of me. You totally have that vibe. Do I? I mean, I guess. I don't really see that as an insult, but I'm also just like, how am I supposed to feel about this information? Yeah, you know, drive. That's the thing. It doesn't work because I never want to drive. If I had somebody else in my life, I guess, that could do the driving, then maybe. I don't think it would be the worst thing. I do like the idea of being able to travel a lot. But also... but also, I do possess many things. So I feel like if I didn't have, like, a permanent residence, I would have to become way more minimalist, and I don't know if I'm ready for that kind of life. Not that I'm necessarily maximalist. But I don't know. We can drive Yuno crazy. Your vibe is the player character in Tiny Bookshop. This is very true. If I could drive, I would definitely have a little bookshop attached to the back of my truck. And I would definitely go around and sell books to people. This is very true. If it wasn't for the fact that I'm absolutely mortified by the idea of driving, I would do that. In another universe, Yuno got her license and became a travelogue streamer. That would have been crazy. Streaming from my RV. Wow. But Yuno is the one writing the stuff. Oh, like I'm selling my own books. I mean, I guess. I think I'd rather have a collection of books, but then just have my own stuff there that I occasionally write. Driving is convenient, but also scary and expensive. That is the exact same thing that Hitomi says. Hitomi can drive, but she does not like driving. So we've always talked about how even though she has a license and has a car, she still would not really enjoy driving. If when we ever get a place together, she still will not really want to drive much. But I'm really good at being a passenger navigator, so if we do end up in that situation, I would at least be able to navigate us wherever we need to go. Hitomi always gets nervous about getting lost when she drives. That's one of the main things that bothers her about it. But I am good at paying attention to directions, so I would be able to navigate for us. Yes, sir. Why the hesitation before navigator? Because I was trying to not say passenger princess. But I do have passenger princess vibes because of the fact I literally cannot drive. But I didn't want to call myself a passenger princess because I don't think that's really correct. What princess? Shut up. Leave me alone. You said it now? I sure did. Yuno controls the ox. Stop calling me princess! Nightmare. We were all thinking it anyway. That's fucked up. What do you mean all? Were you guys all discussing? She was gonna say princess, wasn't she? Sick and twisted behavior. Talking about me behind my back whilst I'm live. That's crazy. Princess, you know. Princess. Can I hire Yuno to just be my professional yapper when I go on my road trips? Just play shotgun in the passenger seat and yap? Absolutely. I honestly do really like going on road trips. Some of my fondest memories are road trips I would go on with my family. I'd love to be a passenger on a bunch of road trips for the rest of my life. If I could get paid to do that, that would be cool. Paid road trip companion. Court murmurs, princess. Court murmurs, continued. Unanimous decision, yes. The court has dubbed you passenger princess. And I'm just like, what the fuck? With all due respect, Your Honor, what the helly? A passenger princess that yaps a lot is a godsend to keep you awake. Oh yeah, for sure. It is my special skill. I will stay awake so that I can keep the driver company. I will help with the navigation. I will control the aux cord. But I also will always defer to the driver. The driver's opinion is the most important, I feel. Hire yourself a passenger princess. Will not spill food or drink in your car. Will complain about being cold all the time. Can you turn the AC down? I'm cold. And then as soon as you turn it down, can you turn the AC up? I'm hot. The solution is to have the AC on, but put a blanket on my lap, please. Comfy blanket, mind you. It can't be one of those like thick, uncomfortable ones that's made out of a bad fabric. It's gotta be a soft one. Just crack a window open. No, the wind will blow and make my hair messy. God, you don't understand. Will eat your fries. This is true. If we stop at a drive-thru, I will ask for fries, and if you also get fries, I will eat yours. They will become my fries. My ex used to do that. No. Flipping bi-level. Don't complain about your feet. No. It's okay. I usually wear closed-toe shoes when I'm in a car. You know, our fries? No, I'd say my fries now. This is the communal fry bag, but by communal I mean communal. It's mine. They're my fries, actually. Thanks. Yum, 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 yum. I generally don't like having the window down because of air pressure and general outside noise. I don't really mind the noise aspect. But, like, hair blowing in face is not fun. Are you a feet on the dash girl or a seat all the way back girl? If I had to choose between those, it would be seat all the way back. But I'm neither. I keep my seat in, like, a very slightly reclined position. And then I just like sit normally. I don't know how else to describe it. I just sit normally. I was so caught up in listening quietly today that I forgot I'm supposed to actually say things on Twitch to help you. No, it's okay. Do not worry. I know a lot of people have been talking about the lurkers not being counted stuff, but, like, I'm not going to force people to interact. If it is difficult, do not force yourself. Normal height people don't have space issues. Yeah, exactly. I don't really have to worry about the awkward, like, cramping of my legs into the little divot or whatever. I thought for sure you'd tuck your feet under yourself in the chair. I do sometimes sit cross-legged, because sitting cross-legged makes me feel more comfortable. But that can be hard to do, especially if you're sitting in the passenger seat of a car. It kind of gets in the way of things. So I try not to do it too much. But I am at my most comfortable when I can sit cross-legged in a chair. If I sit in the back seat, I will kick my shoes off. I am wearing socks. And then I will curl up on, like, the whole seat if I can. I'll, like, curl up with my legs kind of, like, my knees, like, tucked. But, like, laying on my side, kind of. Do you get what I mean? It's hard to explain the position. But that's how I'll sit if I'm in the back seat. and I have the space. Done my share of road trips. When I was young, my family moved from Alberta to Virginia, back to Canada. Again, a year later, we drove both ways, 15 days each way. Saw sights along the way. Oh my goodness. That does sound really fun. But that long of a road trip does also sound like it'd be rough. So fair enough. Do you ever squat on your seat? I guess some streamers do this. No. I am currently sitting cross-legged in my chair. I will sometimes uncross my legs and sit normally, but for the most part, I'm just always sitting cross-legged. So that's something to keep in mind. Also, if you hear this, it's because the way that I sit, there are drawers on the bottom part of my desk, so my foot is always kind of resting against one of my drawers. But if you ever hear that sound, it's because I'm moving and my foot and or my leg is knocking against the drawer of my desk. I will also sometimes say ow if this happens. Do not mind me. It's because this is how I have to sit. If I don't sit like this, I have a crisis. I didn't hear anything? Damn. I guess my noise canceling is making sure you can't hear it. But I was like knocking my foot against the drawer of my desk really loud. Hell yeah. Thank you again, Miori, for these audio settings, because it means that you guys can't even hear it when I fuck up my desk. Lucky drawer, come on now. Why did two of you say that in both of the chats? Seek the Lord. Hive mind. This hive mind is insane. Socks gang, I legit cannot live life without socks because they sweat. I'll never understand how people function never wearing them. I mean, when I'm at home, I am barefoot. But whenever I go out, I prefer closed-toe shoes. Like sneakers. And it's just, you cannot wear sneakers barefoot. You have to have socks on. So I prefer socks. Lucky floor. Stop. Dogs out at home, noted. Yes. Except for winter, because then I get really cold and I don't like, I have kind of bad blood circulation in like my hands and my feet. So I have to wear socks in winter because otherwise my toesies will get really cold. So I have to put socks on. But I wear like comfy room wear socks, like fuzzy socks. Fuzzy, fluffy socks. Many such cases. I shake your hands. Poor circulation, gang. If I have the stream in picture-in-picture, is that a negative on your view count? I don't know. I'm not sure how YouTube counts its viewers. The main thing I was saying about view count mostly applies to Purple Site. I wouldn't worry about it, though. Watch me however you can. I'm not going to police or, like, beg for people to interact in the chats. Obviously, it's nice if you do, but if you can't, or you don't wanna, that's fine. Live your best life. Of course, you wear fuzzy socks. Is that mandatory in the peak female package? Only at home. I don't wear fuzzy socks when I go out. They feel very uncomfortable in my tennis shoes. I wear normal, like, sporty socks when I go out. I wear socks majority of the time unless I am bathing. I feel naked without them. That's fair. I like my room/house on the colder side and wearing sweatshirts and PJs. I do think it's better to be colder because then you can just bundle up. I've gotten more used to the bundling. Gotta get the socks that are just fuzzy around the cuff? I suppose so. I always feel like those kind of get weird when it comes to my pants. Like it causes like a weird puff at my pant where the cuff is. Cold people are aliens to me. It's going to be 40 degrees out and I will be in shorts and a t-shirt. You're insane. But I mean, I guess if your body temperature runs hot, You are a lucky individual. I get cold so easily. But I also get hot easily in summer. $30 is sweater weather. I mean, I think 40, honestly even 50 is like sweater weather. Maybe like a lighter sweater, but like 40 and below is definitely when you wear the thick sweater. If I'm cold, run fast and south. Noted. I always wonder how my limbs don't fall off with how little circulation I have. God. I wasn't running my heat for like a lot of October because I was really nervous about running up the heat bill too much. I actually haven't looked at what my heating bill is going to be for the month yet. Yikes. But I only started running it like the 3rd week of October, like around when I took my break. I finally turned the heater on. Before then, my hands were getting so cold that I had to run them under hot water to restore my circulation in my fingers. I told Hitomi I was doing this, and she was like, if you don't fucking turn on your heater, and I was like, okay, I'm sorry. It was day 3 of me having to run my hands under hot water to get my fingers to have feeling and circulation back, and they were still kind of hurting because of how cold they were before. She was like, please just turn on your fucking heater, and I was like, okay. Okay. And so I did. And I've been okay since then. Like, my circulation's been good. My toesies get occasionally a little cold, but it's not too bad yet. I can't wait for 40-degree cold mornings, hot cocoa time. Ooh, morning hot cocoa sounds nice. Delicious. Yuno wearing mittens at home. I did actually used to have fingerless gloves that I would put on to try and make my circulation a little bit better when I was at my desk. Not anymore, though. Morning's been rough. As someone who has to wake up before dawn, the temptation to get out of bed has been 10 times harder since the cold weather arrived. I know, right? Especially now that it's getting to be, like, super dark during those times. It's just like, I don't even want to move. I don't want to get out of this bed, dude. I am very fortunate that I can sleep in. I still try to get up at a decent time, regardless, but I am grateful that I technically do have the ability to stay in bed a bit longer. I'm a morning shower person, so the draw of the warm water does it for me. I am also a morning shower person. But I've gotten more used to, like, cold showers, because when I dyed my hair, fun fact, when you have your hair dyed, they really recommend that you shower at, like, the coldest possible temperature, no matter the season, because it helps the hair dye stay in longer. So I've actually kind of conditioned myself to be okay with colder showers. Because I did it for the sake of my hair. I was like, anything for the color to stay in longer. I'm cold. This is because there was, the last time I had my hair dyed a color, it was around my birthday. It was February, and I had my hair dyed pink. It was a really cute pink, but I had to keep showering, like, in, like, cold water during the winter season, and I was like, fuck. This sucks so bad. I'm so cold. Ah! It was a nightmare. But it was worth it because I got to keep my pink hair for longer. Worth it! Cold water is also good for hair follicles either way. Cold showering does have a lot of benefits. But yeah, if you ever dye your hair, you have to be able to shower at, like, the coldest temperature that you can stand. I don't go, like, ice cold, but I've gotten better at dealing with colder showers. I used to prefer it warmer. But now I'm at the point where I either have it at like just slightly warm or cold for the sake of preserving hair dye. But I haven't gotten my hair dyed in a very long time, so my showers have been a little bit warmer again. But I am also a morning showerer, so I relate to the motivation to get out of bed being for shower time. Lukewarm, maybe like a notch, like just a little level above lukewarm. At least when it's like cold like this. But it is usually around lukewarm. I miss the pink hair. Sorry, I was just thinking about how much I liked having my hair pink. It was such a lovely shade. I wanted it to be brighter, but I've mentioned this before, and you can kind of see it on my model, but my natural hair color is very dark, so whenever I want a color that's brighter, I have to bleach my hair first. But because my natural hair color is quite dark, I cannot bleach to like a very bright color. I can't bleach to a bright enough blonde. Like, I would need to get to like a platinum white in order to get the shade of pink that I want, and my hair just will not do that, no matter how many extra layers of bleach I try to do. Otherwise, I'd kill my hair. But the shade of pink that I managed to get it to was pretty nice. It was still like a bright pink. It just wasn't as bright as I would have wanted. Unlike most women, you don't use scalding hot water. Yeah, I'm not really a hot shower person. I don't like it. Do it, get that pink hair again. It's so expensive. It's so expensive to maintain it. Someday. If I ever have more disposable income, maybe. But I can't afford it. It's so expensive. At the very least, I'd have to be able to go to a salon to get my hair bleached, because I don't trust myself to apply my own bleach. I could maybe trust myself to apply my own pink dye and save money that way, but I don't trust myself with bleach. I think I would have to go to a professional to get my hair bleached. You need fancy shampoo and stuff too? Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say need, but there are color-preserving shampoos that will help your hair dye stay in longer. So it is often recommended to have, like, the specialty stuff. The specialty gunk and goop. The purple stuff. The purple stuff is for the bleach, yes. Put pink hair funds on Throne. I just have a fundraising goal on Throne that's just like help Yuno dye your hair. Although, when I first got into kawaii, I didn't have the means to do this, but I wanted to dye my hair the color of whatever model I got assigned. Or like have like a reference to the model in my hair. So I did actually plan to go green when I received the Yuno model. And I was like, huh, I've never had green hair before. I've only ever done red, purple, blue, and pink. I've never really done green. I actually did really like the purple hair too. The purple hair and the pink hair were like kind of crisscrossed with each other. And it was really cool looking. I really liked the purple and the pink, but the pink was really dark. It was like a more metallic looking pink. Hair funds fully paid, rent funds 5%. Someone please help me budget. Why is all my money going to hair fund? Need white for you, Suno? If only I could get to white. The bleach just doesn't take very well in my hair because it's so dark. I would if I could. Because if I could get my hair to be white, then I could finally get pastel shades. I've been debating whether to get rid of all my gray hair. Listen, okay, listen. Having gray or silver hair is very pretty. That was a very common hair dye color for a long time. People were like trying to dye their hair to get that shade. That said, if you want to dye your hair, waiting until your hair is like grayed out or silver is really good because that means you will naturally be a brighter tone and you could get cooler colors. And hair grows back. So like, if you don't like it, you could just get rid of it and it'll go back. Don't worry about it. Hair color stonks. That's what I've been saying. I honestly don't really have that much fear of getting like gray or white hair because then I can finally dye my hair the colors I like. I'm just like, whatever, man. I think it'll be fun. Gonna rock that hair color when I'm geriatric and no longer eligible to donate my hair. Hell yeah. Rock that shit. That's one way to put a positive spin on getting old. Always. Should people my age really have colorful hair? Why the fuck not? My aunt is old and she's always kind of debated like changing up her hair or dyeing it, and I'm just like, girl, let's be for real. Who cares? If anything, you gotta do what you can to spice up life at a certain point. Do it because it'll make you happy. Hair is meant to be played with, in my opinion. If you want to express yourself by changing up your hair in a way, like if you want to dye it, if you want to change your hairstyle, if you want to do any of that stuff, why the fuck not? And then if you hate it, you can probably find a way to fix it up. Or you just live with it and then never do it again. It's fine. Hair grows back? You sure about that? I mean, for some people, it might be harder for it to grow back. And I do know that hair texture, like, changes as you get older. Currently, I have very thick hair, and my hair grows, like, really, really quickly. So, I am of the mindset that I can mess with it as much as I want because it grows back. And to me, I just think it's more fun to experiment with what I've got than to be like, why would I change it? Meh, 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 meh. I have all of the same reasons to just change it for fun. And that's why I enjoy it. It's just a fun way to express myself. I feel more like myself when I have dyed hair. So the fact that I haven't dyed my hair in a long time, I felt kind of meh about how my hair looks. But I feel more me. It doesn't even matter what color it is. Just having it be dyed, I'm always just like, yeah, this feels like this is how I'm supposed to look. Even when I was blonde, like, when I went to do the pink hair, I had to stay blonde for a couple weeks because they didn't let me immediately go to pink after the bleach set in. They wanted the bleach to set longer. So even when I was like blonde, I was like, I still feel like this suits me, even though I never thought I would be blonde. I've never been blonde for that long of a period of time, but they had me stay blonde for like 3 weeks before I could go get the pink put in my hair. And I was just like, this is so fascinating to me because I never thought I would be blonde. And then the rest of my family was like, we kind of like the blonde. If you ever wanted to dye your hair again, maybe you should just stick with the bleach. And I was like, I mean, maybe? I don't know. I never thought that would happen. Do blondes have more fun? No, because when I got my hair bleached, I literally came back, I literally came back to work the next day, and it was the year that I lost my job. I lost my job when we came back from the holiday break. I had gotten my hair bleached like 2 days before, during the holiday break. So no, they don't have more fun. I would argue they do not have more fun. I would argue that they have worse fun. Or maybe they just detected that I was a false blonde, and so they were like, you have to be punished. You're trying to seek out fun when you don't deserve it. Yippee-int. Literally yippee-int. Too much fun, get out. I was definitely devastated. What if they let you go because of that? That can't be true because they never saw what I looked like. It was a fully remote job. And I never turned my camera on for meetings because I was always doing my work in my pajamas. And they never told me to turn my camera on because I was still doing all of my work, so I never had to turn my camera on. They never saw what I looked like, and when they asked me for a photo for like the new employee introduction time, they said that I could use a picture of my favorite anime character, and that I didn't have to use a picture of myself. So I used an anime picture to introduce myself, and they never saw what I looked like. Say less. Yeah, it was honestly pretty cool of them to say that, because I'm very insecure about my looks. So I was like, it's actually very sweet that they are offering that as an option. You can't say that and not tell us who it was. Oh my god, who did I pick? What year was this? This was like 2021? Yeah, what was I into in 2021? Sorry, I have to think. I don't remember who it was. I wanna say... God, I really can't remember. I just remember that I was able to do it, and it was really funny seeing all of the, like, real, pictures that everybody was using, and then this picture of an anime character. And I was just like, that's awesome. That's literally me. I'm anime. And this was even before I ever decided to become a VTuber, so I think that makes it especially funny. Expressing myself via anime before I even became VTuber. I'm thinking. Frick, who was it? What did I watch in 2021? Holy moly. Hold on, I have to look up at what anime were airing in 2021, because I probably chose something that was, like, currently airing, because I was still watching anime then. 2021 anime. This was, like, spring 2021, so I should probably look for the spring season. Hold on. One moment, gamers. What was I watching this season? Was it? God, I really wish I could remember. I don't know. Honestly, it might have been a character from, maybe I used the chance to shill my Oshi. It might have been an Idler 7 character, to be quite honest with you. Oh no! I closed the wrong thing! Hold on, I have to rescue Twitch chat from the abyss. Ah, frick. Sorry, Twitch chat. Please hold. I'm rescuing you. I closed the wrong window. There we go. I got you. You're back. I'm sorry. I'm back. I fucked up. I closed the wrong window. I'm going to laugh if it was Nezuko. No, I never watched Kimetsu no Yaiba, so it was not Nezuko. Alright, hold on. What the frick? No, not that. No, I guess it would be. Was I watching anime this season? Bro, I know I used an anime character. What I was going to say is I think I might have chosen to, like, promo my Idler 7 Oshi at the time. I think I chose Mitsuki. Because I was more into Mitsuki than 10 at the time. But now I'm more of a 10 Oshi. So I think it was Mitsuki. I think. Maybe she used Komi-san. Honestly, Komi-san probably would have been a good pick also. But it was like spring, summer 2021. And I can't remember what I was watching then. It was either something that was currently airing or it was my Idler 7 Oshi. I do not remember. I only remember the experience of being told that I could pick an anime character, and then I gave them a picture of an anime character. After me, there was a time where they hired new people, and there was one other person who also used an anime character, and I pointed at them on the list, and I was like, I get you. I relate, brother. I understand. It was pretty cool. I hope they kept that trend up. But yeah, I pretty much was always using, like, an anime picture, or I was using, like, a pit crew icon on Slack. Because I didn't want to use an actual picture of, like, myself. And I also thought that, like, using a actual, like, anime character as my profile pic on Slack would be a bit weird. So I just made, like, I made myself on a pit crew, and I used that as the icon. Anyhow. Anyway. But yeah, they never knew what I looked like, so they wouldn't have gotten rid of me because I was blonde. I don't even think I told anybody at work that I was dyeing my hair. Yeah, I don't think so. Mostly because I couldn't, because we were on break and the corporate Slack was not active because everybody was gone. And then, like I said, the day we came back from the holiday break, that was when I was brought into a call and they terminated me. So I was like, well, I actually do remember thinking that that was going to really suck because I was going to have to spend some of the savings that I had been piling up from work to finish the dye job for my hair. I was just like, oofies. But I wasn't going to just not dye it after I had gone through the effort to make it blonde, you know? You're right, it was probably because you're short. We have realized, even though we've never seen you turn your cam on, that you were having a hard time reaching your keyboard because you are too small. So we cannot trust you to increase your words per minute. You are fired. And I was just like, I guess so. It's Yuno Hanaki. Wow. Wow. Isn't it crazy? Hard to believe she's alive. Sources say she might not even be alive and you could be talking to the Jost. Gasp. Sorry, Jasp. Wow. Point is, I do think it would be nice to dye my hair again at some point, but I do not have that level of disposable income. But maybe someday. Never trust jorces. Yeah. Make sure to jite your jorces. Yes. This is how people talk. I don't know what you mean. I was going to segue into a different topic, but then I forgot what topic I wanted it to be, so I guess I'm not segueing anymore. I am unsegwaying. They probably can't let you go because of having blonde hair, as they surely can't apply that policy to the whole company. Well, especially because we were working remote. The whole company was like 100% remote, although I think they did have an in-person office as like an option too. But like they couldn't apply office rules because all of us were working directly from home. And you can't control people's hair in their own houses, you know? So they surely couldn't have done that. There's no way they could have enforced it. I remember some of my other coworkers having dyed hair. Not like a crazy color, but I remember seeing some like hair dye around, so I do think they probably wouldn't have done anything. Even if I had been posting pics or like showing my face, but I never did. I wanted to stay fully anonymous. I really do not like... Specifically, I don't like seeing myself on cam, like in Zoom meetings or like in video calls or whatever. I hated having to see myself talk and like seeing my face and stuff. I don't like looking at it. So I do really like that with VTubing, you can choose to not have it show your cam. So like, I don't know what I look like whilst I'm yapping, besides how the model reflects it, and I think that's great. I hate seeing what I look like when I'm talking. I don't know why, but it just makes me really uncomfortable. You like milk, I like almond milk. I prefer oat milk if we're going by milk alternatives. But I don't mind almond milk. It's like oat milk, almond milk, coconut milk, soy milk is at the way bottom. I don't like soy milk. Have I ever told you guys the story about how I found out I don't like soy milk? I don't know if I have. But anyway, I really don't like soy milk. Bottom tier of milk alternatives. Shit too sour. Lactose-free milk? I don't know if I've ever tried something that's only been marketed as lactose-free. I've tried the other like milk alternatives, but I don't think I've ever gone out of my way to try a lactose-free milk. Bummer, soy milk is yummy. You are allowed to feel that way if you'd like, but I always thought it was too sour. Soy milk slander? Yes. Sorry, I don't like soy milk. Soy products will probably kill me, so I stay away from the milk on principle. Oh wow, allergic to soy? Rough. I like oat milk a lot, but it's not very good for you. Oh yeah, it's definitely like the sweetest option for like oat milk alternatives. Very, very sweet. And then people will also like flavor it so it gets even more sugary. Definitely not healthy. But it's delicious. And it's my preferred milk to put into coffee now too. Probably because it's so extra sweet. It tastes like normal milk except it lasts for way longer. Interesting. I don't know. I am not lactose intolerant, so I still prefer regular milk. Gluten intolerance and so far all soy things have been like a poison, so I just don't experiment with it anymore. Ooh, yikes. I'm sorry to hear that. I am very blessed to have like very niche food intolerances that are really easy to avoid. Because they're just specific fruits. I don't know what I would do if I ever developed an intolerance to something that was like a key part of my diet. I think I would just pale-ish. Sterilized milk is best milk? What counts as sterilized milk? I'm from a certain continent where nearly every person is lactose intolerant. Fair. Majority of people do tend to be lactose intolerant. Or like they just have like something in them that makes it that they cannot enjoy many varieties of milk, at the very least not straight milk. My cousin can't drink lactose, so I've had my share of lactose-free at their place. It tastes fine, kind of hard to tell the difference. Oh, I see. I mean, if it manages to taste a lot like regular milk, then there's probably no harm. My friend is lactose intolerant, but I still watch her chow on ice cream every weekend. Yeah. That's how it is for me. Most of the lactose intolerant people I know will actively choose to consume dairy anyway. And then they just suffer later. They suffer the consequences of their actions later. Or, you know, they take a lactate and they pray. Not having soy-based products hasn't been that bad, especially these days when there's a lot more options than 10 years ago, but it's quite inconvenient a lot of the time. Well, don't you have to be careful if certain things are, like, produced in the same, like, area as, like, a soy thing? I guess it's only if you were trying to be, like, really strict about it, though. I know that's how it is for peanut allergies. She's too goated to worry about it. I agree. I do not wish this upon myself, but should I ever end up developing a lactose intolerance, I would probably just stock up on as much lactate as I could physically purchase. And then I would just always be loading the frick up, because I love milk, I love ice cream, I love cheese. I love so much dairy product. Yes, wheat pollen has gluten in it. That's why a lot of corn isn't gluten-free. Yeah. That's what I thought. That stuff is expensive. That's what I mean. As much as I could physically purchase. I would load the fuck up. Get this one sponsored by dairy. Would you guys support a Yuno Hanaki Got Milk campaign where it's just a picture of my model with a milk mustache? I will be supported by Big Milk. Since my intolerance isn't that bad, I can get by as long as I don't consume too much. Same with gluten and lactose, but I'm not built like that, so I moderate my intake. That's very fair. It's a good thing that it's not too extreme. Because there is a difference between just an intolerance and then, like, an allergy. It makes sense. I would simply tank the 1d8 nature damage. So silly. I guess I would have to see what the overall damage was to me, too, before I could, like, ultimately make a decision. But I'm really hoping that never happens to me. So, yeah. My family only buys lactate. Took me until middle school to realize it wasn't regular milk. Oh. Right, lactate does make their own brand of milk and, like, dairy products. I forgot about that. Imagine getting TPK'd by milk. I mean, depending on the types of characters that are in the main party, it could happen. 1d8 per action. Allergies are a status effect, not a point damage. True. So anytime you wanted to do something, you'd have to roll a d8 to see if your lactose intolerance would activate. Permanent debuff. It's great we're mathing this out. Nerds, the lot of you. I am only enabling you by reading it out loud. I'm not partaking in this. Big stretch. Ow. Is that still from the burn? No, I don't think so. That's just like a random tingly pain in my hand. Cool. Add that to the list of things going on. how's your head? I still feel it a little bit, but it feels like it's kind of moved to being in one spot, so maybe it's converting into a cluster. Probably well-needed stretch, yeah. The last time I got up was right before stream when I went to the little Oni room and refilled my water, so I guess it's been about 3 hours since I've moved. Haha. And before that, I was like super locked in at my desk. Mostly playing Pokemon because I'm still trying to shiny hunt for Eevee. But I did not move very much. I was at my desk for like a lot of the day, and then I went and I took a nap. Spikes Yuno into the table like a lawn dart. The goblin hit you with a fruit basket. Roll 3 d8s for damage. What the hell? The goblin hit you? I don't think the goblin hit me. I think you hit me. Unless you're saying you're a goblin. But yeah, as for my headache, it's like still kind of here, but it's not as bad as it was. I'm probably still going to call it soonish, just to be safe. Because I do plan to get up early, because tomorrow we have another stream. It's a... I keep wanting to call it a sponsored stream, but it's not really sponsored, because the only thing I got out of it was a game code. We're gonna be playing another, like, comfy, indie, story game in which, I clean objects, and we learn about the story of the object as I clean it. So probably going to be playing it for most of, like, the late morning, maybe into the afternoon. I don't know how long it'll actually be, but I'm hoping to get through it in one sitting. That's why I'm starting it kind of early. Technically a promotional stream? I guess that's what I would call it, yeah. But my brain, my instinct is always to say, like, sponsored. A cleaning game I need to know more. It is called Undusted Tales from the Past. I think we are playing as a character that, like, cleans old objects and, like, restores them to what they used to be. And, like, finds out the story tied to each object. Kind of like that game that I played back in Kawaii. I forget the name of it now. But that one where I was fixing people's objects. It's kind of like that, I think. Like, it's a similar-ish kind of playstyle. Where I'm, like, cleaning things and, like, fixing them up and putting them back in place. That will be tomorrow's stream. I love that game. Yeah, I think it's a similar vibe. Assembled with Care? Yes! Thank you. That one. Yeah. It's a similar vibe to Assembled with Care. Darn school, though. Yeah. Understandable. Unfortunately, the daytime time slot is still really good for Tuesdays. That's a good cozy game. Yeah, I played Assembled with Care already. The game that I'm talking about is kind of similar to Assembled with Care. At least I think it's supposed to be. I'm not certain. We'll see. I'm only offering, like, a guess. I don't know that much about it. But it did seem like a game I would like to play. Me buried in recommendations from Wholesome Games. And we're also going to have to prepare for Wholesome Direct to happen again, or like Wholesome Snack, because it's going to happen again in the winter as part of the Game Awards. You guys want to do a reaction stream to the Game Awards this year? Give me your thoughts. Should we do that? Do we care about reaction streams around here? I think it'd be fun. Ooh, yes, world premiere. I'm going to say it like that now. New vocal stim just dropped for the Game Awards. World premiere. I mean, I'd watch it. Hell yeah. Okay, okay. Watching it and chilling would be cool. Alright. Yeah. We should do that then. But the wholesome snack is part of that whole week of Game Awards content, I believe. I think wholesome snack is earlier, so we would probably be reacting to wholesome snack, and then a couple days later it would be the Game Awards, but... Reaction is code for roast. Lamau. Get dunked on, right? I'm not gonna roast it. It will be pretty funny to react to, though. If Claire Obscure doesn't take home many awards, including Game of the Year, we riot. Have they even put up the voting yet? I'm looking it up. Okay, well, the actual Game Awards is December 11th. Nominees coming mid-December. No, mid-November. Okay, so not yet. I mean, obviously, Expedition 33 is going to be one of the nominees, right? Like, there's no way it wouldn't be. No way it wouldn't be. I guess we have to wait, like, another week or two, but we should do a stream where I go through all the nominees and we vote. I think we should do that. And then we should also obviously watch the actual thing. Honestly, been a great year for games. There's a lot of games that could win Game of the Year. Very true. I feel like I've heard enough people praising Expedition 33 that it'd be very strange if it didn't win, though. I'm curious what the games it's going to be going up against are. What if no one voted for it just as a goof? Damn! Somebody doesn't like Expedition 33. I mean, I didn't get very far in it, and I haven't had the chance to pick it back up, so... I personally don't have many thoughts on it, besides the fact that a lot of other people loved it. But I personally don't really have an onion. So who knows? I'm curious what else will be up there. I really do need to pick up Expedition 33, but I want to beat another game on my massive backlog. Very fair. Who knows what the industry will think? Oh my god. If the industry picks something, like, super bad in comparison, I imagine there will be a riot. But you do raise a good point. People have different standards for what would count as Game of the Year. But yeah, we should wait until they release the nominees, and then I'll do a stream where we go through them and we vote. And then we'll be able to watch the actual thing. Concord Smile, Battlefield 6. We'll see. Hades 2 and Blueprints both come to mind. I think Silk Song is a contender for a lot of people. Oh, true. Silk Song would probably be a pretty big contender. I don't think Blueprints would make it to Game of the Year. I could see Hades 2 doing it, though. But I don't think Blueprints would make it into the category. They did pick The Last of Us 2 as Game of the Year, so they definitely picked stinkers. Oh, no, for sure. Ghost, Hades 2, Astro, Death 2. Man. I mean, I guess that's a possibility. I will be very curious to see what all the categories and nominees are, regardless. We will have to do some, like, sleuthing, however, because, I remember the last time we went through the Game Awards options, I didn't really do enough sleuthing to figure out who everybody was. I think we might have to sleuth around and find... Like, for the actors, for example, I think I should sleuth around and find some, like, clips of them acting as their characters so that we can actually have, like, an opinion on it. Trails in the Sky first chapter won't be there, but it should. I love that you feel that way about it. JRPGs just very, very rarely ever make it in. I think Tales of Arise was there when it released, though. Not as Game of the Year, but it was in one of the categories. I don't remember if it won, but I think it did get nominated for something. I voted for it on principle because it was Tales. It won a Best RPG award, as it should. I say, having not beaten the prologue. Play every Game of the Year contender before voting for minimum bias. Well, I've played a little bit of Expedition 33. And I know of Hades 2. I guess I could play a crumb of Hades 2 and see if I like it. But that's even assuming Hades 2 makes it. I don't know what else would be considered a contender. Because the problem with a lot of the games that would be Game of the Year, I do not have the specs to play those games at very high quality. And I think that does kind of sour my experience with them in some ways. Like, it was hard for me to go back to Expedition 33 because I had to play it at such a, like, low graphic quality setting. And I feel like that kind of took away from the experience. It would be funny if Sonic Crossworlds got picked. Didn't they have a category for, like, family game or for, like, party? Not, like, party, but, like, co-op. I feel like it could, like, Sonic Crossworld could get nominated for one of those kinds of categories. But I don't think it would get Game of the Year. Family or racing, yeah. Maybe racing, honestly. I don't think it would have a lot of competitors in the racing department. Besides the new Mario Kart, I guess. Ghosts of Yote? I'm sure Night Rain will get some attention because Elden Ring. Okay, but if it gets fucking nominated for Game of the Year, I will scream. I get it. But, like, come on now. Never played Hades or 2, but I like the very JoJo art. I've never actively played them either, but I've watched Hitomi play Hades 1, and I've popped into some other people playing Hades 2. I do think that the art is pretty. There was the new DK game as well. They don't really nominate as many Nintendo games for the Game Awards. Like, they nominate some, but Nintendo doesn't really, like, dominate a lot of the categories. But I do know that the DK game did quite well. I don't think Night Rain will get it. It's fun, but it's not Game of the Year material. Wasn't it also, like... It's not like a standalone game, right? Like, it's DLC for Elden Ring. So, I feel like it'd be kind of sad if DLC won Game of the Year. Those first 2 weeks of Night Rain release were a frenzied blur in my memory. I went too hard on it. That's crazy. But I love that for you. I hope you had fun. It's an expand-alone? It's like a spin-off? Oh, I see. You can tell how little I care because I have no idea. I don't know a dang thing. I don't know shit from fuck, unfortunately. And I will be keeping it that way. Streamer! Streamer! Why don't you know about this game that everybody else but you plays? Expand-alone, new vocab obtained. I do think expand-alone is a really good way to call it. Anyway. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I am excited to do a stream where we go through all the nominees. Nominees. And then to actually watch some of the showcases. I don't know why. I like watching showcases. Even if I'm not gonna play like any of the games they show, I will be like, oh, that's neat. Gaming is so cool as a medium. I think it's cool to celebrate gaming even if I don't always know or plan to play the games that get showcased. Very rarely will I see a game where I'm like, ooh, I want to play that. But it does sometimes happen. But then I also forget that I said that I wanted to play a game, and then it comes out and I'm like, oh yeah, I think I wanted to play that. Man, video games, am I right? You know, definitely. That's literally me. Wow, gaming. That's so cool. Video games. I think I'm always just chasing the high of watching E3, to be quite honest with you. I've never been like a super big sweaty gamer, but I always enjoyed the experience of E3. And we don't really have stuff like that anymore because every game publisher or like company, what have you, just decides to make their own directs to like advertise their own selves. So I've just been chasing the high of E3 ever since then, and like the Game Awards is kind of the only time. Even the Summer Games Fest doesn't scratch that itch. It really doesn't. It feels so much more disconnected. Does E3 exist anymore? They tried to bring it back, I think like a year or two ago, but it flopped hard and now they don't do it anymore. They don't do it at all. But they tried to bring it back, but they made it like industry only again. And then I think nobody wanted to do it because everybody was already doing their own like public direct showcase style thing. There wasn't really a lot of value in it anymore. So now it's like hyper dead. But God, do I remember E3 times. There was one very specific year. I don't even remember what happened in that very specific E3, but I just have the vivid memory of getting Taco Bell and watching it with Hitomi, and it was so fun. I feel like I have been chasing that high ever since, but life has not been the same. Super expensive to get a booth. Yeah. And then it was also like mostly industry only. I think they were planning to keep a lot of it like private. If it's not a press show with journalists losing their shit, it's just not the same. I know, right? Like, it's fun to get excited about stuff in your own room, but I always just get kind of sad if you don't really get to see the live reactions. Like, the closest we get is Game Awards. I feel like Summer Games Fest, like, they have the one showcase where you kind of get that feeling, but then otherwise it's just digital showcases, which is fine, but not the same vibe. At this point, the Game Awards is like the only thing. And even then, it's still not really the same. I remember always looking forward to June, my birthday, my 2 weeks off, and looking forward to E3. Those were good times. Yeah, that's what I mean. I have vivid memories of like the time of E3 being good. But then, I don't know. Chill nerdy games, smile. JRPG with the boys, smile. AAA shooters and Souls likes, blech. Sure, I've heard of that game with John Halo. Look, I know more than you guys say that I do, okay? Just because I don't want to play them doesn't mean I don't know about them. I just don't have a lot of, like, knowledge. It doesn't stay in my brain the way that other games do. I like games as an art form more so than games as a pew-pew vehicle or as a difficulty vehicle. Games as an art form are super cool to me, so that's why I always remember, like, indie games and, like, the more creative entries for gaming. Because the problem that I find with a lot of, like, shooters and Souls-like games is they're just kind of the same to me. But I also only have that opinion because I am an outsider. Would you consider playing something like Halo for the culture? Okay. I'm going to say this, but don't expect anything. I've been talking to Hitomi about some ideas, because I've mentioned this before, but I wanted to start posting more, like, edited content, kind of. So that, like, I can cut back on streams, but still have, like, a balance of things that I can offer. And one of the things that Hitomi pitched that I've been, like, kicking around in my brain like a ball is this idea of a series where I collaborate with somebody who's, like, really passionate about a thing that I really don't know that much about. And I basically allow them to backseat me through, like, a play session of it. And we were talking about how this could be a way to have me play games that I wouldn't normally pick up. And then somebody could just, like, teach me what they like about it and, like, teach me how to play it. And then see if it, like, tickles something in my brain that I didn't expect it to. In the example, Hitomi brought up the idea of, like, backseating me to play Clover Pit. Or something like that. And, like, we were just talking about how overall this could be a vehicle for people who like a type of game that I've never really gotten into. They could then be like, okay, Yuno, here's game. Here's how to play this. And, like, that was kind of the thought. Like, it was a way to, like, get me out of my usual comfort zone of games. And then I would have the excuse of being able to, like, listen to a friend that I like talk about stuff. Because, like, honestly, even if I don't like certain things, if a friend is passionate about the thing, I will love listening to them talk about what they like about it. So if it's them, like, directly teaching me how to play a game and also, like, info dumping passionately about what they like, I will probably end up developing some sort of appreciation for it. But I'm not entirely sure if I can fully commit, because I'd have to figure out, like, length and duration of it for starters. Like, if it would only be, like, one episode, one game. I'd have to figure out, like, how I want it to look overall. And then also in terms of, like, footage, how would I want to edit it down and stuff like that. It's like it would be a big undertaking if I were to commit to that kind of thing. At first, Hitomi said that we could just do it as a stream series, but then I was like, I don't know. I've been thinking about making it just be edited instead, because then it could be more of, like, an offline chill moment, and then, like, certain highlights could then be uploaded. I don't know. That's why I'm saying keep your expectations tempered, because I don't really know if I can fully commit to doing something like it right now. And it would be a matter of, like, finding people who have a game or, like, a thing that they're passionate about enough to where they'd be willing to teach me and, like, walk me through it like that. So at the moment, it's not, like, a for sure thing, but bringing up the idea of Halo, I would probably have to get someone who knows how to play those kinds of games and could, like, teach me. And would have the patience also, because I will be kicking and screaming a lot of the way there. Would be fun to watch live, but there will be those in chat who want to join the backseating. That's kind of the thing too. It has to be controlled backseating that only comes from, like, a friend. Like, those of you who are offering to give me advice or teach me how to play things you like, that's different. Like, I don't think I would ever be in a situation where I would let a fan directly backseat me in a thing that you guys like. Like, no offense. There's just a certain barrier that I have to keep between us. That will not happen. You could suggest a game, but I would have to find, like, a VTuber friend or, like, somebody that I know who knows about that game and have them do the backseating. Just because there's, like, a certain boundary that I would like to keep. Designated driver in the backseat. Literally, yeah. But that was kind of the idea, because Hitomi has streamed Clover Pit to me and explained how it works before, but it kind of goes over my head because I was not, like, playing it. But her suggestion was that we could just swap it so that I'm the one playing, and then she walks me through how to get, like, a winning session in Clover Pit to see if I like it. That was the main inspiration. But then we were thinking about how it could expand to other series or like other games. So like just throwing out another random example, maybe there's like a friend that I have that's like really passionate about Five Nights at Freddy's. A game that I've never played, but I know a lot about because I've watched other people play it. But they know how to play FNAF so well that they can like teach me how to get through all the nights and survive. And stuff like that. Like it's just a way to play things I wouldn't ordinarily play or do. So that I can understand why people like playing it. Or something. It was a thought. I wanted to call it like Discomfort Zone or something if it was going to become like a full series. But I can make no guaranteed promises. That's a sick name, thank you. I thought it was pretty sick too. So that was a very long-winded answer, but all I wanted to get across with that was that, like, I am thinking about starting a thing where I play games that I wouldn't normally, in an attempt to get myself out of my usual comfort zone. But I feel like the best way for me to do that is if I play with somebody else who knows how to do the thing, and then they just teach me and they explain why they like it while I try to listen and follow their directions and play the game right. Because there are a lot of things that I would be willing to try if I had somebody who was there to yap my ear off about it. Who knows? Kill in the backseat, you in Overwatch. Well, yeah, like I said, everybody has their thing, you know? If I was going to make it an actual plan, I would probably put out a call on Twitter that was like, hey, do you have a game that you're super passionate about that you would be willing to fully backseat someone who knows nothing about it, parentheses me, so they can play and learn what you like about it? Obviously, I would word it better so it's not that much of a word vomit jumble, but I'd be putting out an open call probably. And then, of course, the former kawaii girls would probably get priority when it comes to planning out this kind of thing. Because I like them and I trust them. And if they had anything that they would be willing to teach me about, then I would try. The problem with this, though, is that I feel like I would be forced to actually play things that I've, like, openly said I would never touch, which is, like, Minecraft or Fortnite. But I guess that is the premise of the series. Kicking and screaming like a little baby. Tomoe Carmine punching the air right now. I can finally get her to play Fortnite, and I'm just like, anything for you, Tomoe Carmine. But also, I'm die. How to get you, Mamie, and Reina to play StarCraft free-for-all? I don't even know what the heck StarCraft is, to be quite honest with you. You know, playing a zombie game? I mean, if somebody's favorite thing was a zombie game, I'd probably have to kick and scream and cry. You might join just in time for the Harry Potter collab. Ew, barf. Suggestion, Roller Coaster Tycoon. Do I know anybody who likes to play the Tycoon games? That's the main thing. I'd have to find somebody who, like, really knows about it. StarCraft is a doozy? Okay. Sure. I'll take your word for it, I guess. I don't know anything. I've heard the name StarCraft, I just literally know nothing about it. Yuno, Hanaki, and Shiicho Dead by Daylight stream win. I mean, if that was the game that Shiicho wanted to teach me how to play, then it could be an option. StarCraft is RTS, I think. Real-time strategy, right? That sounds like it would suck, but like... Again, premise of the series is to put me in things that I would hate. Actively force me to play something I'd hate. See if you can get me to like it. She would make you play Mario Sunshine? Well, that could be fun. Besides when I played the Peach game, I've never really played Mario games all that much. They've just never really spoken to me. Battle Cats with Isla-sama. Get Isla-sama to teach you Puyo? I know how to play Puyo Puyo Tetris. I've actually played with Isla-sama before. She teaching you Mario would honestly be a good time. I mean, it depends. Like, these are all suggestions, obviously. And, like, I can't sit here and be like, we would do this, we would do that. I don't know. I'm back and you want a Puyo Puyo neat. I mean, I like Puyo Puyo. What I was saying is I have played it before, and I have specifically played with Isla-sama before. I understand Puyo Puyo, kind of. I'm just not very good at thinking ahead with it. But I'm also not very good at thinking ahead with Tetris, so... You should get Buno Banaki to backseat you in Tails games. True. Someone is dragging you into a Nikkei VA stream. Oh, I mean, I've played Nikkei. I like Nikkei. I wouldn't really need to be backseated in that because I know how to play. Nami and Tomoe teach you how to play Hades. I mean, Tomoe did say that she thought that I would like Hades. Because I popped into her Hades 2 stream. I've also watched Nami play. Could always ask. But that's the thing. The key is, like, asking and then, like, seeing what game someone would be willing to, teach me. Baldur's Gate 3 with Reina could be an option. I have access to Baldur's Gate because Hitomi has it. Kaya would just backseat you reading One Piece? No. It can't be reading. It has to be something that I could actually play. I think for Kaya, it might be Bloons. Bloons TD6. I remember she was, like, super into that game, but I don't know if she would have anything else that she would, like, want to teach me. Drop it out there and see what the VTubers themselves suggest for you. Exactly. That's what I've been saying this whole time. If I decided I wanted to commit to this idea, I would be putting out an open call to VTubers to be like, hey, would you be willing to sit in a Discord call with me while I play a game of your choice and you teach me the optimal way to play and you tell me what you like about the game to see if you can get me to like it, because I'm very picky normally. That was kind of the idea. You played Transistor, same devs, plays pretty similar. No, I'm aware. I know what who Supergiant games are. I watch a lot of Nami. And I also, Hitomi's also a really big Supergiant games fan. She's been a fan of them for a very long time. She's played all of the games too. You need to find someone to give you Metal Gear brain rot. I mean, it wouldn't, I don't even think I would specifically lock it to mutuals. It would help if it was mutuals, but like, if there were enough VTubers that were like, hey, I want to teach you how to play, I'd be like, oh, sick. If this were to become a series, it would probably have to open up eventually. I only have so many friends. Also, asterisk, I only have so many friends that have brain rot about a game that they would be willing to teach me how to play it like that. I just felt 14 different brain rots light up and prepare to close on your location. Everyone has their thing, you know? That would be the beauty of it, getting to learn about everybody's, like, specific interests, like, their specific thing that they really, really love. Could be a childhood game, could be a game that's just, like, a current favorite. Whatever they felt like they would be capable of teaching me. And then I would just have to get my hands on the game and try it. That's the vision, ultimately. If I could make it happen, it would be neat. But the thing is, especially if I'm coordinating it with other people, it's always just a matter of finding that amount of time. Finding that time will be tough. I wonder how many would teach you different roles in League of Legends. I don't think they would teach me all the different roles. I think they would just have me try League, and then I'd vomit the entire time. And cry tears of blood. Streamer, play my fixation! Streamer, if you don't pick up my fixation right now. Charlotte teaches you Mahjong? I've tried to learn Mahjong and it makes no fucking sense to me. I actually got invited to a Mahjong collab and I was like, I'm sorry. I appreciate that you invited me to this. I don't know how to fucking play Mahjong. I had to say no because I knew that I would fucking fumble the bag. You'll play support and you'll like it. Honestly, I would probably enjoy support role. I play support. I was playing support primarily in Overwatch, so. Streamer, play World of Yuno Craft. That's not even a real game. Streamer, game, learn, you. And I'm just like, the game's gonna learn me? Are we in Soviet Russia? What in the 2000s ass meme? Again, I will not be hitting up viewers for this. But I do appreciate the offer. Dating yourself? Not really. Only if game is Tetris. Tetris is gonna learn how to play Yuno Hanaki. Mahjong is good fun, can recommend. I don't know. I tried Mahjong Soul once. I understood the tutorial, but then the minute they had me playing actual games, I was like, I don't actually know what the fuck I'm doing. And then I gave up. It turns out I did not learn what I was supposed to be doing. I did not understand what I was supposed to do at all. So I was like, nope. You know what? Maybe not. And then I gave up. Play Yuno's unknown Damadachi ground. What the fuck? Yud? Yudj? Mahjong has a high learning curve but low skill ceiling. Fair enough. Anyway, this isn't me asking you guys to info dump about your fixations. What I'm specifically talking about is something that would involve other VTubers. But yes, you can technically offer suggestions, I guess, and then I could see if there's a VTuber who knows about it. It just depends on how well the series itself would do, though. It would have to be like... I would just have to think that there would be enough, like, use to the series in order to, like, keep it going, in order to accomplish all of that stuff, you know? Streamer learned about Japanese culture by playing Riichi Mahjong. My fixation, you see, there's this Oni VTuber. Oh, your game fixation! Imagine this, you Nami Kingdom Hearts. Oh my god. Well, we obviously wouldn't be able to go through all of Kingdom Hearts, but if she knows enough about Kingdom Hearts 1, I guess we could try that. New series, VTuber internship, going from VTuber to VTuber and learning their games. It's going to be called, if it's going to be called anything, it's going to be called Discomfort Zone. Because the key is that it's me playing games I wouldn't normally touch. Because somebody I like likes it. That or Final Fantasy 15, and believe me, the Final Fantasy 15 talk would not end. I watched Hitomi play, like, the beginning of that game. I remember, like, the beginning with, like, the road trip. Am I thinking of the right game? I might be thinking of the wrong one. Final Fantasy 15 is one with the boys go on the road trip in the beginning part, right? It's the boys one? Okay, yeah. I watched Hitomi play the beginning of it, but I think she stopped before it was no longer the road trip. I know that might be a spoiler, but I think she stopped before it became no longer the road trip. Discomfort zone backseating. There's a passenger princess joke there somewhere. Well, if anything, I'm giving a chance to the other VTuber to be the passenger princess. This is me scouting to find a passenger princess who is willing to be the full instructor backseat driver while I am actually driving the vehicle by playing the game. 15 is the fishing simulator. Weird that there's no combat for a mainline game. Princess scouting. Yeah, man, I'm trying to find my princess. But no, it's really easy to guess what you guys think a person would want me to play, but you don't know. We would only find out when I ask and they actually, like, pitch an idea. The other thing about it is making sure that I can access the game. Preferably via Steam, but I guess I could also pick up a Switch game, because I could still stream that. But the only things that I can really stream are, like, Steam games or Switch games. And by stream, I mean stream via Discord, because we'd be doing it over a Discord call. And then recording. Well, I'd be recording. Yeah. But this is very much a big, like, maybe. I don't know. I've been kicking around the idea because I know it would be a big, like, time commitment. Both to me, and then also to Hitomi, and then also to any of the VTubers who would be willing to participate in this. And it would also involve carving out time to record it with the other person. Sometimes it can be very hard to pin a VTuber down to, like, have a collab like that. Especially if it's, like, a multi-hour recording session. Pin a what? Pin a VTuber down. I said what I said. Isolate that audio. Okay, you want it isolated? Hold on. Pin a VTuber down. You're welcome. Might be hard to pin, but Kabe don't works too. So true. I just Kabe'd on any VTuber and I'm like, hey, do you have a hyperfixation that you want to share with me? Please? Finally, the true answer to rizzing a VTuber. Give them an opportunity to backseat someone and teach them how to play their hyperfixation game. Reviving the channel to make a blown out of proportion clip out of that? Thanks. Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, no problem, man. I got you, homie. Just heard 14 different panties at the floor. Weird. Yeah, weird. That's crazy. Anyways. Be dominant and allow them to hyperfixate. You know what? I think that is the answer to rizzing all the VTubers. I've been new this. I have been new this. I'm 2 for 2, baby. I got all the riz in the world. I do think that it has potential to be pretty cool, but like, time commitment will always be the problem, and being able to figure out the consistency and just how it would in general take shape. But who knows? I'm glad to see that people would be at least open to the idea of seeing it. I wasn't sure if I was ever gonna say anything, mostly because I cannot promise it would actually become a thing that would happen. But like, I don't know. Maybe. I think the idea is solid, but I can see how getting people and making the schedule work could be an issue. Oh yeah, that's definitely what I think is going to be the biggest problem as well. Getting someone to be willing to sit there would be difficult. Like, it would probably be easier if I told them it was a stream than if I were to say that it's like recording for a video, just because the video could take like forever to actually come out. So people would have to be okay with waiting for the video to actually release. Because I wouldn't be able to guarantee that it would be immediate due to the editing that would have to happen. But then like, if I made it a stream though, we go back to the issue we were talking about before, where like people that want to see that game could then start backseating. Could then start backseating as well. To be honest, I was thinking about jokingly like making it a stream, but then turning off, yeah, chat off. Chat off on YouTube, emote only on Twitch. That could also be funny. But I also think that'd be mean. Emote only would be fun. The true experience where you don't get to have a say in the interaction with the streamer, with the entertainment, the media. You just kind of are reacting to it. Emote only chat as you wish. Only for a few minutes though. But no, like, there could be some value in just doing emote only on Twitch and then completely disabling chat on YouTube. I wish YouTube also had a version that was like emote only, but unfortunately it's either have chat on completely or silence them. So I would have to fully silence YouTube chat. And you would have to accept your fate. If you wanted to chat, you'd only be able to send emotes on Twitch. Maybe. So then ultimately it would just kind of be like you're watching a live podcast with a game, I guess, as the entertainment. Which I guess isn't terrible. Followers only 5 years plus. True. You have to have been a subscriber for 200 years. True. Yeah. But maybe. The only reason I'm thinking about it is because I do think that pinning someone down for a stream where like they would know that it would be like actively like live, and then also like the VOD would be like there automatically and posted would probably be easier. Because not everyone would be able to trust the effort that would go into recording for like multiple hours and not knowing how much of it would come out into edit. So maybe. Are you telling me waive copyright? Are you telling me to use my controller to go right? I see. You're still backseating even with emotes on. That's awesome. That's epic. I guess that's true. People will find ways. Well, specifically on YouTube. That's why YouTube chat wouldn't be available. You'd be bonked into oblivion. It's either Twitch or you sit and watch. Well, who knows? I cannot confirm nor deny. Well, not really deny. I can't really confirm is what I'm trying to say. It's a big maybe. If I do start it, it would be with Hitomi, because it was Hitomi's idea, and also because I know that I know Hitomi's schedule like exactly, so I would be able to very easily get her to work with me. Where the man to speak with no words, stream R. Oh, stream R. Wave R is what it looks like. It doesn't look enough like a stream. Trial run. But that was just an idea that we've considered. I will think on it some more, and maybe it will be an option in the future. Because the other thing about that too is, depending on the games, I would have to either have it available in the Steam library I share with Hitomi anyway, or I would have to buy it. And depending on the game, I would either have to wait for a really good Steam sale or come into money dollars. So cannot confirm. She said short streamer are coming up on 4 hours. At this point, that is a short stream for me. It's funny how, like, I definitely thought when I came back from my break that I was only going to be able to manage, like, a 2-hour stream. But, like, here my ass is, still capable of going 3 minimum. Approaching 4 minimum. Ay, ay, ay. You can't take the yapping out of this creature. I can't escape myself, unfortunately. It's because you love us, I guess. It's more like I love talking and having a captive audience. Buying the keys on websites can also be good for a deal. True. It depends on the game, though. Not every game would be available that way. Damn, we're captive. You can't escape me. Never forget, you're here forever. An offering. Thank you so much. Daniel Smith, thank you for the $5 tip. 2 hours of yapping max is the best joke all day. I'm only gonna stream for like 2 hours, guys. Trust me. It's only gonna be 2 hours. Me approaching almost 4. So about that, though. So about that, though. Do it for her. Yeah, exactly. You guys caught on. Do it for her. The her is me. 8 hours later. No, it's not gonna be an 8-hour stream. I should probably call it so that I can take medicine before I go to bed. I gotta get this headache out of my brain before I go to sleep or else I will wake up with an even worse headache. I have apparently reached the stage of my life where I can't just sleep off headaches anymore. Funny enough, if you go to bed with a headache, you will sometimes wake up with a worse headache. Isn't that fucked up? Because that's what's been happening to me. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go take medicine, and I have to wait for the medicine to kick in, and then I can go to bed. Headache hangover. Thought you were going to say before I pwewish. I mean, that's also an option. I could also pwewish. The pre-yapping doesn't count in the time. Oh god, you're so right. We would have to recalculate if we don't count the pre-yap. You're at that age where you can say I'm at that age now. I'm at that age, 223. About to be 224 in February. Ugh, so old. Yeah, I'm at that age. But bodily, I'm always 21. Love that for me. The Unk sleeve coming to fruition. Stop calling it the Unk sleeve! Looking good for 223, thanks. I have a really good skincare routine. It's not Unk, look, it says Yuno. Look at it. It says Yuno, it does not say Unk. Look at it. No, not Yunk. It's an O. I promise. Stop saying Yunk. God damn it. Convinced it's the time change. My Docky got kicked like 6 feet out of the bed last night. No! Your poor Docky. You can't spell Yuno Hanaki without Unk. Wait, pause. I don't like that. You can't spell Yuno Hanaki shit without Unk. Stop! Uni Young. She is young at heart. I hate it here. I'm getting ganged up on. You know those things in like old anime where somebody's like listening to someone just say insult after insult and they're constantly getting stabbed with like an arrow through them? That's literally what's happening to me right now. Every time you guys come up with a new zinger, I'm just getting stabbed over and over. You're killing me! How could you do this? I don't deserve all that. Young the half. What? No! Stop! Young at heart is some top shelf wordplay, 67 out of 10. It is pretty good wordplay. That's why I laughed. I'm laughing so hard I got tears. Damn. You know pincushion Hanaki? Don't make me a pincushion! I don't want this! I don't want to be prickly. Remember the universe where I was going to be nice to you guys? You fricked that up. You made me develop the pins. Now I'm spiky. Now I'll never be nice to you. You did this. Man. We blew that day one. Yeah, you blew that the minute I could like even share my forehead. The minute you guys found out I had forehead, it was Jover for me. Top 10 things to do with Yuno plushie. Number 1, voodoo doll. Don't turn her into a voodoo doll. I go to all that effort to get a plushie for you guys and you just stab her with needles. That's crazy. We made her a Sonic OC. Stop! Yummy! You can be as spiky as you want. We'd still take the 1d4 damage. 1d4? Come on. Can't be that low. At least give me like a 1d6. Just throw the plushie in a Tupperware. Someone makes one of those Twitter accounts that's like, dedicated to putting the Yuno Hanaki plushie in places, and like pretty much every situation the plushie is in a Tupperware container. Number 2 pen cup. I will hold all of your pens. Yuno is a magic missile. I am if you believe. And if you have a really good throwing arm. In Tupperware while also goes outside more. Yeah. It's like that account that says that the Charlotte Suzu plush goes outside more than Charlotte Suzu does, or like touches grass more than Charlotte Suzu, I think is what it says. It would have to be like that for me too. Yuno Hanaki plushie goes outside and touches more grass than Yuno Hanaki, but does it through a Tupperware container. The only way that it would be accurate is if I'm always in a if I'm always in a Tupperware container. I still go out for adventures, but I'm in a protective bubble. I think that'd be pretty funny. People who have gimmick accounts dedicated to them are like another breed. I think that's very crazy. Put the Yuno plush in a hamster ball. God, that would also be very funny. Rolling the Yuno Hanaki plush down a hill in a hamster ball every day. Rolling girl playing in the background as she's rolling down. Moikai, moikai. Show you. I think it'd be pretty awesome. Whoa, Tupperware. Whoa, Tupperware be upon ye. Throwing a Tupperware container at me. Like a Pokeball. Torturing Yuno Hanaki plush with glimpses of the outside world. You always have her looking outside the window like that fucking Squidward meme. Yuno Hanaki looking outside at a parade. Yuno Hanaki looking outside at fireworks. Yuno Hanaki looking outside at the forest. Yuno Hanaki plushie drives better than Yuno Hanaki pictured in bumper car. That would be pretty good. I think that'd be pretty good, I fear. I can't even drive a bumper car. Those also give me anxiety, so that already does make it a better driver than me. That's so funny. Passenger plush. The real passenger princess is the plushie. You have to always strap her in safely when you go on a road trip. Today, we're gonna roll Yuno Hanaki down a $1 flight of stairs, a $10 flight of stairs, and a $100 flight of stairs to determine once and for all if it's worth your money. Yuno Hanaki is always going to be put inside the same quality of hamster ball, so that we have a, what's it called? Oh my god. Control. We're using duct tape, man. Duct tape? What if that ruins the plushie? If you're asking me, I'd rather fall down the $1 stairs. Are you sure about that? We need the booster seat to make it authentic to the Yuno passenger princess. Yes, you have to put her in a booster seat. And then still buckle her up. Now I want a giant Yuno Fumo. Noted. If I am ever able to make that kind of thing happen, I will. Unfortunately, though, am baby. And like a lot of the more unique merch items will be very hard for me to obtain unless I can prove that my audience would buy them. So, because I've been looking more into merch stuff lately, and there are options for like really cool things, but I would have to be able to prove that my audience would buy the more unique stuff. And I have to build trust first. We have to probably go for a smaller merch drop and then work our way up to the bigger ones. Someday, though. I think it would be cool to start offering, like, bigger, cooler, more unique merch. As long as it's not a Funko Pop, never talk to me ever again. This is a running joke that will continue for the rest of my life. Anytime you mention the word Funko Pop, your message will get deleted. You're not actually in trouble, but I hate Funko Pops, and I would never, ever, ever be one. Surely it'll be a U2's. Oh god, I don't even like how U2's look, although they do look better than Funko Pops. Really now, Funko Pop, Funko Pop, Funko Pop. Okay, you're asking for it. To jail. We need to work our way up to an official Yuno PP plush. Aw, man. Honestly, I would love it if I could get item label to make a Damadachi plush. Like making you guys look super goofy. I think it would be very cute. I don't know if they would ever partner with me, though. It's true, and you should say it. Funkos were a mistake. I've been saying this. I've always thought those things were ugly. Would it only be the green color? Probably green and purple, if I'm allowed to have multiple color variants. Black, white, and orange would probably have to be left out, but at the very least, green and purple. I do like the U2's plushies. I've seen a bunch of random animal tubers get some recently, and they're cute. It kind of depends. I don't really... It's like... I think it depends on how they choose to interpret the design. Some look good. There's other interpretations that have not looked as good. I don't really know what causes the quality disparity, but like... Some U2's look good, some I don't think look good. But that's just my personal opinion. I'm picky. I tend to prefer things that look more anime, and I don't think that, I don't think the U2s look very anime usually. Or like, it's not the right kind of anime style for me and my preferences. I'm picky about that stuff. Dama PP green, Dama P or purple. Yeah, you figured it out. You cracked the code. Huntable Pop? No. Huntable doesn't even deserve to be a Funko Pop. She is a little gremlin, but I don't think she deserves to be made a Funko Pop. No one deserves to be made a Funko Pop. Oh shit, I was wondering why the coloring on my screen changed. It's midnight, so my blue light turned off. My eyes are adjusting and I'm just like, oh god, where am I? I should probably end stream. Puntable Pop sounds like a ring pop in the shape of Puntable. Punt Pop. Oni2's. It is Oni2's now. No. I'm sorry. If it wasn't for the fact that I have this headache, I would probably try to stream for longer, but I gotta be good. I also have to get up early for the next stream, which is at 10 a.m. You will notice I didn't post a schedule this week. It wasn't fully intentional for me to do it like that. It's just kind of like my comeback day was not like the start of a week. I will probably be adjusting how my schedules look, and they'll be starting with Sunday. Well, I think they already start with Sunday, but it'll be like Sunday, Monday we'll have 2 streams. Tuesday, no wait, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Sorry, I'm stupid. And then there will be the blank day, and then Saturday. I'm thinking about changing how the schedule is laid out, though, so that it looks a little bit more even. Like, maybe I'll have schedules start with Mondays instead. So then it's Monday, Tuesday, blank period, Saturday, Sunday. That might be the call. At least for while the schedule is like this. I don't know how long I will need to keep it to 4 streams a week. But... Or, well, 4 days of streaming a week, because it's not 4 streams. You get what I mean. My brain is frying because I'm realizing I need to go to bed. I don't know how to talk anymore. But anyway, I didn't post a schedule this week because I started at a weird time. But, Saturday is, like, the only day that doesn't have, like, stuff scheduled yet, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, princess. We will have members, and then the Twitch stream. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the Twitch stream yet. I kind of feel like singing karaoke, so maybe it'll be a Twitch-only karaoke. But I'm not fully committed. There's also a chance, depending on how my shiny hunting for Eevee goes, maybe we'll just do shiny hunting on Twitch. Maybe that'll be what we do. I don't know yet, but I kind of want to do karaoke. But maybe I should wait and do karaoke on YouTube too. It's like on a day where I'm multi-streaming. I don't know. Having less stream slots makes it harder for me to plan things out like this because I have to be more picky and choosy about what I stream. So now I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I'll figure it out. You'll know closer to when it's happening. Shiny hunting while singing karaoke gone insane. Yeah, true. I just have a playlist of karaoke tracks. And then I'm just singing them while I'm trying to shiny hunt. And then if I see the shiny, I stop what I'm doing and I'm like... And then I scream it. I scream at it. So true. I've already phased like 3 times trying to get this fucking Eevee. I've caught 2 shiny Pumpkaboo, and then I saw a shiny Fletchling off on like a different building while I was trying to shiny hunt for this Eevee. So I phased 3 times. Actually, no, 4 times, because the first time I phased, I got a shiny Alpha Beedrill. It's so fricked up. I've only gotten 1 shiny, and it was a scripted one. I've honestly had pretty good shiny luck. I haven't even gotten the shiny charm yet. I feel pretty blessed that I have been this lucky. Izanagi no Okami, thank you for the follow. I mean, you've been chatting already, but thank you for the follow. Thank you. Sorry I got distracted. I've been wanting to vent about my shiny hunting struggles. But I've been keeping myself sane, by, like, watching videos on the side while I shiny hunt, or listening to music. So I guess if I did karaoke while shiny hunting, it wouldn't be that out there. It would be kind of funny, honestly. But also, I would die. But we'll see. It'll either be shiny hunting or karaoke for the Twitch stream. And then members, we're probably going to chat because I have some stuff that I've been wanting to talk about that I don't really feel like I can talk about on a public stream. So members will probably get a nice chat in. But we also need to plan a date for playing the new Jackbox pack because there's some silly games. Maybe we'll do some silly games at some point. A date, Flushy? Yeah, dude, a date. The one I could give you one of my 30 shiny Eevees. Is that in Pokemon Go? They don't transfer over, unfortunately. Also, apparently, once you transfer a Pokemon from home or wherever into ZA, you're not going to be able to transfer it back. Once you transfer a Pokemon to ZA, you apparently can't send it back to any of the other games. So I've heard. I think they changed something with how they localize the game, so it's causing, like, the data to be, like, formatted a very specific way. And then... But, like, you can't, like, I've heard a lot of people say that now they can't, like, transfer Pokemon, backwards. Like, if you go forwards, you can't send them back. I remember that being a big thing that everyone was complaining about. Damned to Kalos for all eternity. France is inescapable. Leaving France was never an option. Okay, but for real, I should probably leave. We're about to hit the 4-hour mark. God, every day I make decisions, and every day they are the wrong ones. Anyways. Anyways, I will see you guys in the morning for, Undusted. We'll clean some stuff. Hopefully it lasts a couple hours. I don't actually know how long it takes to play it, but also I yap a lot, so it will probably take a couple hours no matter what. Stay dangerous for reals. I'm sorry you keep trying to say goodbye to me and I keep not leaving. I'm clingy, I guess. But yes, that will be happening tomorrow or later today, whatever. Well, I'm gonna leave now. Thank you guys so much for choosing to spend time with me. I hope that you have a good rest of your time zone. And until I see you again, Yunotsu!